I have heard a lot about our next runner, Leggy. I hear that she wants to be the very best, like no one ever was. So to catch them will be her real test, and to train them is her cause. So Leggy's going to travel across the land, searching far and wide, for each Pokemon to understand the power that's inside. Leggy, are you ready to bring us into the world of Pokemon? Because you know it's you and me, and you know it's your destiny. Dang! Wow! Making me a liar on stream.
Look. Like.
Wow, y'all. Wow.
Leggy. You're my best friend in a world we must defend.
Thank you, Dijon. Thank you.
Oh. They can't hear you.
I know what to do.
I muted myself. Right, I did that earlier when I was restreaming. I'm a fool.
Over there too. On the
I have fixed the things.
9 hells.
Hooray!
Okay. Hi everyone. I'm Leggy. I'm unmuted. On the couch with me, Dijon and Deverine. Skull is here as our wonderful host because my wonderful fiance is not feeling great. That's all.
So no one heard me say that Eevee's cuter.
No, they're both equally cute. But yeah, our
So now that we've done that, I'm gonna go ahead and hop out of the game real quick because we're not even playing on that file. I just wanted to show off the cuteness that is Pikachu. Despite what some people might say about the relative cuteness of Pikachu compared to the other box starter, Eevee, I think Pikachu is plenty cute. But we're gonna set the time for reasons that'll come into play in about 28 minutes.
Pikachu is also adorable though.
Leggy, I have a question though. How can people indicate to you that Pikachu is adorable?
I'm glad you asked. I will get into that as we get started and rolling. Because we're on a bit of a timer, I want to get the game started.
Right.
And while we're rolling, we can go ahead and explain things.
Cool.
But first, we have this adorable cutscene of Pikachu literally isekaiing us into the world of Pokemon.
This has big, Yugi's grandfather getting sucked into a VHS tape energy.
Anyway, time will begin now. Sorry, I was supposed to count in and then I accidentally hit go, so time should start. And while we're here, I'm gonna need a trainer name.
Oh, you do need that trainer name. Let me go double check and see what ended up being our final decision there. We ended up...
We'll also want to close the Pikachu name as well.
Yes. Give me 1 second. I have to go click a bunch of things all at once. Alright. So first things first. For Pokemon, name the trainer. The winner there was Serena!
Woo! Now, all of these names were based off of the female protagonist of all of the mainline Pokemon games, and also this one. Guess which one is her canon name?
What is her canon name? It's whatever chat called her, right?
Yeah. Our rival, of course, is not actually going to get a name.
Rip to him. Not even special.
Yeah. So Pikachu name's closed.
Yes.
We've got the trainer name in. I've got a quick menu to do before we get into our catching tutorial. Hey, my wonderful and lovely couch. Do you want to explain how catching works in this game?
So, you have a Joy-Con. Joy-Cons are like the new Wiimote. And so, instead of the normal battles that you would have, where you would weaken it and then just use the item, you have a Pokeball, and you use the motion controls from the Joy-Con to throw the ball. And do you want me to get into the second controller catches yet, or wait for that?
We can get there, but, you know, if you want to talk about, like, the mechanics of how the throwing works. This, in my opinion, is the perfect Pokemon game, except for the fact that you have required motion controls.
Yeah, it's not great for people with, like, limited mobility, and you can't, like, not use the motion controls, unfortunately.
Yeah. The motion controls give you a boost to the experience points you get when you catch a Pokemon, so they are unfortunately hard required for the speedrun.
But yeah, we are going to meet the most important character in Pokemon history. That's right, it's Professor Oak. He's here. Now we're going to meet the actual most important. We're going to meet the actual most important character in Pokemon history. That's right,
Clefairy?
it's Clefairy.
But let's say we're not in Mount Moon yet. So yeah, this is the catch tutorial. It tells you how to do the catch, but it really doesn't matter for this, because just no matter what, you just catch it automatically. 100% chance. But yeah, you might have noticed that, you might have noticed that it said great when the Pikachu got hit with the ball. So, there's a little circle, it's like colored circle, it goes in a spectrum from green to red, green being the easiest to catch, red being the hardest to catch, and it repeatedly will, like, get smaller and smaller until it disappears and then start again. So, when it's at its widest, it is a nice throw if you hit in the circle. When it's kind of, like, middling, that's a great throw. And if it's, like, the smallest threshold is an excellent. Much like if you've played Pokemon Go.
Mm-hmm.
And the better it is, the...
Can I get the Pikachu name? Apologies.
As we already have established, Pikachu is named after the most important character in Pokemon.
Clefairy?
Clefairy, yes, the answer is Clefairy. I was trying to be a smart aleck about it.
I was about to say, we had like 3 separate answers to that.
There's a reason I was pausing. You're welcome, love.
But continuing on, since there's gonna be more dialogue and stuff. So, nice to great to excellent, will increase your chances of catching it. So, like an excellent, you get a much better chance. Pokemon catch formulas are complicated. But it also adds to the experience that you get. So you'll get some experience for a nice throw, or more experience for a great throw, or even more for an excellent. So
And
we
of course-
want to get excellence as much as possible, because less likely that the Pokemon will break out, and more experience, which is important for several reasons that I'm sure we will get to.
Yep. So as it turns out, when you catch a Pokemon, there's a number of different bonuses you can get that give you bonus experience points, and these all stack multiplicatively. Try saying that 5 times fast. on top of the Pokemon's base experience catch. So,
And-
experience routing while catching Pokemon is actually critical for this run.
Can I talk about the other thing that's also critical for this run?
Yes. That would be a great time to do that.
Yes. So we've been talking about how you can, apply that. Is it multiplicity or is it multiplicity?
Multiplicative is what I was going with.
Multiplicative power to your donations, right? Because you can, when you donate, you can go for both a poll. You can also go for a target. Also, everything that you're raising is getting us towards that 7K milestone for Metroid Planets. But, chat, you also have one extra thing that you can do with your donations. For every $10 donated, we will also pet Pikachu.
Mm-hmm.
And now, if you would like multiple pets, say you want to donate $20, you have to actually specifically say that you want 2 pets. We're going to require you to do some math, too. So welcome to Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu. Everyone has to do math on stream.
So it used to be the case that we would check the Pikachu's nature here and reset if it was sufficiently bad. In fact, the nature is the only variance in this Pikachu stats right now. But due to a bunch of routing work done by a number of community members during the most recent tournament that happened earlier this year, we've actually got strats that just work with whatever starter you get.
It should also be noted that in Let's Go, your Pikachu or Eevee, depending on which version you have, has higher base stats than a normal Pikachu or Eevee. And not only that, but it's guaranteed 31 IVs in each stat. IVs are individual values. Basically, they determine how high each stat can get based off of like the base stats and all that. Basically, it's a whole complicated thing, but it goes from 0 to 31. 0 being the lowest, 31 being the highest. So Pikachu or Eevee as the starter will have all 31s. In most cases, the higher the IVs, the better. But then you get into like competitive where it's strategic to have like 0 IVs in some stats. Pokemon is math.
But what isn't math is the Play with Pikachu tutorial I did where, y'all, I gave you a free first pet.
We do. I do have some donations here. Some of them came in during the break. We do have one newer one after we started the run, though. Like, do these donations also count towards petting Pikachu?
Say yes.
Yes. Okay. Well, if you've got a second, I can read those off for you real quick.
Yeah, go for it.
So we got $5 from Xerxes, who just says trans rights. So thank you. $10 from Dreamer72 says, I realized I was a gamer last year. Gamer spelt with gay, by the way, in there. Excited for the next year and what it brings. Thank you for the cool speedruns. And you know what? Welcome to the community. Welcome in, please. Demarine donated $35. Says, Clefairy's my favorite Pokemon. You know, number 35. Thank you for getting this name, though, everyone. So I think you have to at least do some pets, for Demi.
Oh yeah.
Everybody wants to hug the Clefairy.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
Finish electrocuting this caterpillar first.
God, Metronome became a lot more consistent this generation. Weird.
So, since you're about to go pet the Pikachu, and we're getting into battles now, so battles work in this game essentially just like all the other Pokemon games. Some exceptions are there is a much more limited move pool. Although, fun fact, every move up through Gen 7 is actually programmed into the game. And there are no abilities. Abilities are not a thing you have to worry about in this game. Another fun fact, abilities are also all programmed into the game, and every Pokemon in the game has an ability assigned to it. It's just hidden. And part of that is because you can send it to Pokemon Home and then to another game.
Yeah, so battles are fairly consistent. We don't have to worry about a lot of weird things that might crop up from, some of the newer moves and whatnot that have gotten implemented into this game. But now it is time for me to pick up a lure and start my first catching section. So, Bijan, if you want to explain how that one works.
So, lures are a new item for Pokemon Let's Go. It's the opposite of a repel. And essentially, the lure makes more Pokemon spawn. Not only that, if you have an active lure, the Pokemon that spawn off of it are going to have, higher levels / CP / they're stronger, basically. And there's a better chance of them being extra large or extra small, which really does nothing other than give you a bonus experience for it being extra large or extra small. You can tell with the Mar, if you see that Caterpie that's got the blue that Leggy is catching now, you'll see it says that it's tiny. The blue means that it's extra small, and red means extra large. So when we're doing catching, it's usually good to get the extra large or extra small if they pop up, because you get extra experience.
Yeah, there's a couple of extra multipliers that come into play, including that synchronous throw you saw. I've got 2 players out. I'm going to be throwing 2 Pokeballs at the same time. And if they hit relatively at the same time, I get a nice animation of the balls combining and a bit of bonus experience. What's up, Debbie?
Also of note, experience share is completely on in this version of the game, so part of it is that, part of the experience routing is to make sure that we evolve a bunch of Pokemon as well, because it's not that we necessarily need to catch 50 Pokemon, it's just that our Pokedex has to have 50 individual entries in it. At some point in this run.
Yeah, so each gym in this game has a requirement for you to enter it, and Koga's gym requires you to have 50 Pokedex entries registered, which is why in this run we spend so much time catching and evolving Pokemon.
Yeah, and honestly, it's the fact that you have to do this sort of catch routing, this sort of engaging with Pokemon that aren't just whatever you're going to use to sweep through the stage of the game you're in, that makes this honestly one of my favorite Pokemon speedruns.
It also puts us very much at the mercy of RNG, because there are some spots where if the RNG is not nice, you have to do some kind of alternate strats which are slower, and it's kind of a mess. So RNG very much can kill this run, just like any other Pokemon run. Since
I'd catch that.
Yeah, since you might wonder why she didn't catch the Pidgey despite not having caught one yet. It's because Pidgey is frickin' everywhere. and later on you can get one that's like over leveled to become a Pidgeotto, so it would just need to level up once to evolve. And
We'll
depending
get the
on your
large one.
you can also just get one that's glowing like that if you see it.
Yeah, stuff out here on this route are actually 2 levels higher. And since it's glowing, this is going to be a really nice bit of extra XP for this stage of the early game.
Yeah, one of our experience gates is for Misty's gym in a little bit, where you must have a Pokemon that is at level 15 to be allowed in.
Which, like, by the time we get through Mount Moon, Pikachu's gonna be level 15, like, no problem, unless something goes horribly, horribly wrong.
Mount Moon can be a little scary if you miss any one of the spawns that you are planning to catch there.
Your hubris can also get you if you decide to catch the occasional Clefairy, or Clefable, or Chansey that spawns.
And
Yeah,
speaking of hubris, I just want to state that I have entered a pact that if I see a Clefable, I am going for it. I am also paying $5 for every... I've donated $5 for every time a Pokemon breaks out of a Pokeball.
Oh, ooh, that is spice. Such spice. By the way, while
Okay.
we're watching... Oh, go ahead, Demi.
No, go. If you don't try to catch the Clefable, I'll be sad.
Oh, we don't want Demi to be sad.
Correct.
But if you got a moment, I do have a request for some more pets.
Oh no. What do we got?
Hey, you're supposed to be excited about this.
Yeah! Because Zokubun was so kind, and they said, I was told we could get Pikachu pets, and my mind went chaotic. So I think it's only fair that the Metroid Planets Racers have chaos as well. That was $30, and they were very good and said, 3 happy Pikachu faces, please.
Okay.
I will give one quick update though. We are still trying to hit our target for Virtual Highlight to upgrade to all dungeons. We are only like $30 away from that.
I also want to note that this game has what's commonly known as a affection mechanic. So, as you spend time with Pokemon, you battle with them, use items on them, etc., they get closer to you. They, start liking you better. And you can get some bonus effects off that, where a Pokemon will endure a hit, they'll shake off a status condition, etc. But in this game in particular, there is also the downside that comes with having too much affection, where if you use a super effective attack on someone, the Pokemon will turn around and be like, hey, look, I did such a good job! And that loses 2 seconds every time it happens. By petting Pikachu during this run, we are actively increasing Pikachu's affection with us, meaning that towards the end of the section where we're using Pikachu for combat, the odds of time loss increases. But we do it for you, to make you all happy, and look at that cute Pikachu face.
It's such a good face.
It's Clefairy Low.
Yeah, Clefairy the Pikachu.
So, since we're in Brock's gym, so the requirement to enter Brock's gym is you have to show the guy at the door either a grass-type Pokemon or a water-type Pokemon, because it's teaching you about super effectiveness and whatnot.
Because this game doesn't have the obnoxious rival saying, wow, you used a super effective attack!
But here's the thing. There are literally 0 water Pokemon available to you before fighting Brock. So the only way you would be able to show a water Pokemon is if you traded for one. And your only options for grass Pokemon are in Pikachu, you could catch Oddish, and in Eevee, you could catch Bellsprout. Those are 2 version exclusives. And in both versions, Bulbasaur is a rare spawn in Viridian Forest. Also, the strats between Pikachu and Eevee for fighting Brock are very different, because, as you can see, Leggy used Oddish. Eevee just uses Eevee to use Double Kick.
Yeah, as it turns out, using Oddish here is actually quite nice because Oddish has Absorb, which is a special attack. Onyx has very low special defense, whereas Bulbasaur has Vine Whip. Bulbasaur and Bellsprout both have Vine Whip, which is a physical attack. So despite being the same super effectiveness, it's hitting a much higher defensive stat.
Yeah. Granted, Onyx has terrible base stats in general, but its special defense is lower than its physical.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Like, defense... Onyx's defense is, like, the one good stat Onyx has.
Also, that guy that stopped and talked to Leggy is what's known as a coach trainer. They appear scattered throughout the game. If you fight them and win, you get an item from them. Some of them are pretty good, some of them aren't.
We do not fight any of them in this run.
Correct.
They're just here to look cool and aesthetically pleasing.
And to, keep a little bit of time with that particular cast right there. Anyway, we're gonna pay $500 for a Magikarp. No, excuse me, we're gonna pay an outrageous $500 for a Magikarp. This is the fastest Dex entry you can get in the game. Even though you can find Magikarp later on at a much higher level, and could evolve it right away, it is still faster just to get that Magikarp right there.
You also, if you caught one later, it would be in the water, and you cannot two-controller catch in the water.
Yep, that's going to be a thing we're going to have to deal with when we get there.
It's a problem for future Leggy.
Correct.
Also, sorry, go ahead.
This route in particular has undergone some revisions in the past couple of years. It used to be the case that we'd switch to Pikachu to do the first couple of fights here in Mount Moon, but since we've decided that it's better to hold on to Oddish to get the guaranteed Dex entry for evolving it into Gloom later, we realized that we could just use Oddish to take care of these first two fights.
Which is, again, very different from Eevee, where you just use Eevee at this point and don't evolve Bellsprout.
Yeah, that's a fairly common refrain between the two games. Pikachu relies a lot more on swapping partners, especially because Electric Pikachu really doesn't get much in the way of coverage options. You get Double Kick, and that's about it for non-electric moves on Pikachu.
Meanwhile,
whereas Eevee gets infinite coverage. Holy frick!
Yeah, so throughout the game, at different points, Eevee can learn special moves that are unique to your starter Eevee specifically, and only used in this game. And it, throughout the length of the game, it can learn moves of every type that Eevee can evolve into. So that's 8 different types. And the moves are busted.
Yep.
So there's I can never remember the names because they're like alliterative, but like one.
Well, the only one that I actually remember is Batty Bad.
Yeah, which actually doesn't get used in the speedrun.
Yeah.
But yeah, the bubble one, which is the water move, is basically like a water type Mega Drain. And then the fire move it learns is like a guaranteed burn. It's got an electrical one, an electric attack that's a guaranteed paralysis.
Yep, I've got the list in front of me now.
Ah,
Right, so you've got Bouncy Bubble,
yeah.
which is water type. Right, you've got Buzzy Buzz. Right, Sizzly Slide, Glitzy Glow, Batty Bad, Sappy Seed, Freezy Frost, and Sparkly Swirl. Eevee also learns a normal type attack later on in the game called Vivi Volley.
Yeah, Pikachu also gets some of these signature moves, and it even actually gets some that are based off the surfing and flying Pikachu, you know, these historical depictions of Pikachu. But we don't pick those up in the speedrun because at that point we're basically just using Thunderbolt.
So while all of these things are evolving, it should be also noted that party management is very crucial in this run, because as you've seen, like, each Pokemon gets experience after a battle or a catch or what have you. And when Pokemon level up, you get a text box and a fanfare each time Pokemon levels up. So if you've got Pokemon in your party that don't need to be leveled up to evolve, or that you don't need to use, it just wastes a lot of time when they level up. So as you can see, he's removing Pokemon from our party. Also, to do the second controller, you have to have at least 2 Pokemon in your party, because technically your second player controller is using a Pokemon from your party.
Yep. This is also one of the other major reasons we keep the Oddish in the party, is to smooth out the 2 controller catches in this segment of the game.
Another thing with the catching is that, so you're throwing 2 balls, and for years, it was thought, oh, you got the double moonstone. That's Clavable.
There's a Clavable up there.
I promised.
It's time to catch the most important Pokemon in the run, Pikachu.
So, double moonstone. When you start a run, you set the clock to be like a certain amount of time before midnight, because midnight is when things roll over and reset. So that moonstone can respawn if you get the correct timing on it, which is kind of iffy sometimes, but Leggy managed to get it, so she got...
When the clock rolls over, there's a 1 in 3 chance that it'll respawn. Alright, so, one of the most recent revelations in this game is figuring out exactly how the catch formula works, because it used to be thought that whatever your second player, whatever Pokeball the second player used didn't actually affect anything. Turns out it actually does.
Yeah, as what I was saying before I got interrupted by Clefable. So for years, we were just using, the highest ball we had access to for player 1.
Yeah!
And just... Nice!
Yay! I'm the happiest now. Okay, maybe Leggy's the happiest, but I'm up there.
So, Wild Clefable and Double Moonstone. I think you're sitting pretty on catch count for a while.
Right?
Because
Look at my perfect daughter right there.
we try to catch Jigglypuff, Nidoran male, and Nidoran female in the run if they spawn. So, like, any two of those, you can evolve both of them for more free evolutions.
Yep. We need to get one of the Nidos.
That's
Nido
right.
is preferred.
That's right. Because Pikachu uses the...
But for the second Moonstone evolution, it's actually preferred to evolve Jigglypuff there, because Jigglypuff does not learn a move on Evo.
Oh! That's
Nope.
a good...
Not today,
Yeah.
Satan.
yeah,
Not today, Satan.
we're not catching Onyx.
I committed.
You committed to Clefable because you're doing it for, you know.
Bats! Why do you spawn on me?
They know it's a speedrun. Zubat knows. Zubat understands.
I remember Speedrun Ragnarok 2019. I ran Let's Go Eevee, and in Mount Moon, a freaking shiny Zubat spawned, so of course we caught it.
I remember that because you took that Zubat all the way to the Hall of Fame.
Yep. And we took like a donation to name it.
That's how you think on your feet.
I still have that Zubat because I traded it over to my main file, so it's still on my main Eevee file.
That's great.
Evoy.
Evoy.
It is time.
What is time?
It is time to ignore Team Rocket to heck with
Oh.
them.
Wow! Wow! How dare! How dare you make us ignore queer icons, Team Rocket?
Zubat is Mount Moon's RPG jerkbird.
Zubat is Pokemon's RPG Jerkbird.
Don't worry, Scarlet. Don't worry, Scarlet. It will be time for trouble at some point.
Yes, good.
But
And you best
what are we
believe you
going
make
to
trouble.
what are we going to multiply it by?
By 2.
By the way, since we were talking about multiplication earlier, while we were fighting this other Team Rocket grunt, which I really appreciate her outfit, I think it's very cute. As a reminder, right now we have we're raising money for a couple of different things. Obviously, we're mainly raising money for Point of Pride, but if you'd also like those donations to go to some fun incentives, as a reminder, on Tiltify you can select both a target and a poll for your money to go towards. So right now our open poll is for Metroid Planets to decide if it's going to be balanced or chaos item distribution. So that you want our players to have something somewhat predictable or something completely unpredictable. That's up to y'all, chat. We also have that remaining target open for Virtual Highlight to upgrade to all dungeons. We're only $31 away from unlocking that, so chat, I know you got this. And finally, for 7K, by the time we reach that Metroid Planets finale run, they will also have to upgrade to make it a hazard/hell run. So, if you want to make that finale very spicy, you know what you
I'm
can
not
all
catching
gonna
the
do.
second one.
And
Alright, fine.
Also-
Helix.
There's
Crazy
a very important reason that we pick the Helix fossil in both Pikachu and Eevee, and that reason is that it is slightly closer to the exit.
True.
you can't ignore them now.
Alright,
Nope.
James is rocking the rose, by the way.
Yes.
The queerest icon.
I think I don't remember if I said this during this marathon or not, but Team Rocket is just the epitome of it's It's not straight if they're both bi and gender non-conforming.
There is nothing straight about Jesse and James.
No,
Not
Not
nothing.
even a little.
Mm-mm.
I can't believe that American censorship robbed us of James with giant knockers.
Dijon, please!
Yes, Dijon, please.
I-
Please
I-
continue.
I said knockers. That's PG.
not according to the Pokemon Company.
What's funny is that like of all those like early banned episodes, that's the only one that actually made it to air in the US, and they literally just cut out the boobs.
As
And
opposed to the ones
they
that
could've-
give people seizures.
Hey, we get both bonuses here. Let's go.
Oh,
It's Sandshrew.
you are getting just the best spawn luck.
Right? Can I cancel? Can I make this a PB attempt?
That's
Oh,
up to you.
Because you've already pet the Pikachu.
You've already pet the Pikachu, and I get the feeling that the people may demand more pets. I'm just saying.
Well, you know, I can't not give the people what they want.
Exactly.
Also of note, canonically, the protagonist of Let's Go Eevee is actually the strongest protagonist in all of the Pokemon games. While Pikachu rides your shoulder in this game and weighs 13 pounds, Eevee on average weighs 14 pounds.
And also, Eevee is on your head usually, I think.
God, that's gotta be rough on your neck.
Can you go to a chiropractor when you're 10 years old?
You might have to.
You probably shouldn't go to a chiropractor at any age, but
That's also true.
that's a different stream.
That's a completely different stream. Though, going back to this stream and this charity event, we did get in a $25 anonymous donation, so thank you so much, Anonymous. Now, Leggy, Anonymous did not specifically ask for a Pikachu pet. Do they get one? Yes or no?
That's just one pet.
Just one pet. Just one pet. Okay.
Because, you know, I was thinking of coming in here and doing a party menu anyway because we're getting a bunch of experience on these Pokemon and I don't want them to level up in the next section.
Goodbye,
So since I'm
Clefable, we
here-
love you.
Anyway, yeah, Clefable is precious and perfect and must not be exposed to the horrors of war.
Yeah, Pikachu and Eevee have like such weird expressions sometimes when you go to play with them. Sometimes they'll be grumpy for no reason.
I mean, same though.
Time to throw Pikachu in the fountain. Oh.
Nope, it's time to teach Pikachu the one and only special move Pikachu gets, Zippy Zap. Which
Yep.
is as fast as extreme speed, and always crits.
Which is pretty good, having priority and a crit.
Mhm. I checked my Pikachu stats. I am extremely good for the Starmie one-shot.
Are you 100% for the one shot?
I was 100% 5 attack. Yeah, the 100% is at 37 attack. I'm at 42.
Ah.
So,
Which means I get to do some of the silly ranges on Nugget Bridge.
yeah, but where you learn Zippy Zap there is where Eevee learns Bouncy Bubble, Buzzy Buzz, and Sizzly Slide. And we used all three of them, plus
Yeah.
Headbutt.
In case you can't tell, Dijon is an Eevee runner, which means we occasionally do Diploma together, where we both play at the same time and completely fill out our Pokedexes.
And completely lose too much time because frickin' Pinsir refuses to spawn.
I don't want to think about it. I don't want to think about Kangaskhan.
No, don't worry. Kangaskhan's not really, can't hurt you.
Just watch.
Kangaskhan.
Kangaskhan will show up.
Kangaskhan shows up and shows you her child.
Honestly, I'd rather go for Kangaskhan than Pinsir. I said it.
I feel like we need an air horde after that.
Time
Is that
for
good
broccoli.
enough? Wait, did I do okay?
Yep.
Okay, good.
It's time
You
for
did
broccoli.
wonderful.
Thank you. I mean, I'm here for hot takes.
We want to learn light screen? Absolutely not. It doesn't do damage.
Yeah. Light
But
Screen, great move. Not for going fast.
the psychic attack that Eevee learns, its special effect is putting up a light screen though.
Yeah. It's great as a secondary effect. Means you don't have to use the next special defense there.
We're gonna need that later. That Scald is really useful, just not right now.
It's a surprise tool that'll help us later.
Yes.
It allows you to set your opponents on both water and fire.
Multi-element drifting. Anyway, here's our rival again. Canon name of Trace, by the way.
Yep. Shoutouts to PSEG, wherever he's at.
Probably vibing. Probably chilling.
Vibe chillin'?
Chill vibing.
Still vibing.
Yeah.
I'm sure that he'll be back later for Metroid Planet.
Chilling out, maxing, relaxing, all cool, shooting some b-ball outside of school.
Stella did that one a couple of days ago. What is up with the two of you? Have you been hanging out again? I mean, it's cool if you have. Like, heck yeah.
I'm
Well-
pretty sure I DM Leggy more than my own spouse. Which, to be fair, I can usually just turn my head to Nick and say, "Hey, look at this."
We did that gag earlier for the restream handoff.
Yeah.
Now we're gonna.
And to be
now we're
fair,
gonna-
I
Go
do
ahead.
DM you a lot, love, despite the fact that we live together. But it's mostly because it's, hey, you want to see this meme I found?
yeah, or I'm in the office or something. Yeah.
Or, hey, you want to see this cursed thing I found?
I mean,
Also, you just kicked Eevee in the head, by the way.
that's mean.
Yeah, don't
Hey,
worry about
pick
it.
pick
Fine.
something for dinner. Oh, another small little optimization. You'll notice that instead of like running out in front of trainers, Leggy talks to them, and this is a thing for most.
Yes, it's
This
a thing
is,
for most Venonats.
I may or may not love Venonat. But yeah, so in most Pokemon games, talking to trainers rather than like running in front of them if they're required trainers saves a little bit of time for each, which adds up throughout the run because if you walk in front of them, you'll like freeze and they'll get that big like solid snake exclamation point above their head, and that wastes like a second, and then some of them they'll walk to you.
Hit them with your tranquilizer pistol.
Colonel, I'm trying to sneak across Nugget Bridge, but my Pikachu is too dummy thick, and the Thundershock keeps alerting the people on the bridge.
We stand Fat Pikachu.
Absolutely.
We stand a legend.
By the way, Leggy, when you refer to historic depictions of Pikachu, I had to go and look and find out and confirm that yes, Gen 1 Pokemon is indeed vintage.
Cursed, ain't it?
I have a picture from a Pokemon thing at a mall back in like 98, 99 when it was like just Gen 1 out, and it's a picture of like tiny 5th grade me in front of a giant blown up fat Pikachu Pokemon trading card.
Oh,
Go,
that sounds.
go.
My.
Like-
Oh, go ahead. You finish.
I was just saying it was like the base set Pikachu.
I was about to say my I was there, don't quote the deep magic to me, which I was there when it was written thing with Pokemon, is that I was subscribed to Nintendo Power when they were still sending out VHS tapes. So I got the Pokemon preview VHS tape. I was one of the my brother and I were some of the kids who got sent it.
Nice.
I didn't have that one, but I think I had one for... I had a few. I got one for, like, Banjo-Kazooie, I think.
I'm gonna age myself really badly here now in
That's
two
okay.
ways. So the less aged one is that for my 19th birthday, I got a Clefairy plushie from my roommate in college. There were no signs. The first thing that I got from Nintendo Power, of course, was a copy of Dragon Warrior.
Wow.
When they were doing the promotion that if you subscribed to Nintendo Power, you got a copy of Dragon Warrior.
That's pretty rad. I got several...
Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say, I got several things from Nintendo Power subscriptions. I got, like, a Pokemon t-shirt that I still have. I got, like, several strategy guides for free. And they used to do the thing where, you could, like, if you got, like, high scores, if you, like, took a picture of it, back when film cameras were still the camera of choice, if you took a picture of your console and the TV screen in one shot, and had the score clearly there, you could, like, send in the picture if it was like what they were like asking for, and I got some like Pokemon Snap scores like in there.
This is a reminder for all of us. Please be sure to stretch. Make sure that you're not sitting in a weird position you're going to regret later.
God, thank you for reminding me, because I was starting to slump in my chair.
Posture check. That's for you too, chat.
While we were doing the check, I did actually do a little bit of a sneaky sneak. Which is not one of the special moves in this game, I checked.
I was about to say.
Oh god,
but
that's
there
like a
were,
real weird easy move.
right? There were two trainers that were facing each other, and because of the way that this game does vision, you can just kind of like weave through them and not have to battle them. Technically this category is any % no mount skips, where we discovered that once you get a rideable Pokemon, you can do some absolute shenanigans involving skipping some trainers later on. But these are a nightmare to pull off.
Yeah.
Very few people actually run that.
Like,
But we do allow some of these easier to do and, less impactful skips.
Someone in chat got all of their uncle's old Nintendo Powers, and one of them still had the Eon ticket in there.
Oh, nice.
Damn.
That's pretty rad. I still have a few Pokemon cards that came in Nintendo Power, and some posters.
So my weird childhood flex is that my mom worked at Toys R Us back when I was a kid.
Oh.
So she ran the Pokemon Trading Card Game League,
Oh.
and I got access to all of the promo cards.
That's so cool. I went to those at my local Toys R Us.
But yeah, chat, you're totally welcome to share more Pokemon stories with us.
But I've got a handful of like Pokemon posters that were like the ones you tear out of the magazine from Nintendo Power. So I've got like one for like the first movie, one for Pokemon the movie 2000. I've got like a Gen 2 Pokédex poster, a Gen 3 Pokédex poster. And I want to like get them. I want to frame them to hang them up. but they're in such weird sizes that they don't make like standard frames for those sizes. So like, I'd have to get the like custom frame, which is expensive as heck.
Okay, here you go. Here's my suggestion as a former craft store employee, which is buy the sort of like the largest frame that you can that will sort of fit everything and look kind of nice with a little bit of a border around it, and literally just pay for the mat cutting.
That is a good pro tip.
Pro tip, because they will do custom cut mats for you, and that's relatively inexpensive compared to a full custom frame.
I'm gonna have to look into that and also tell Nick about that.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what you can do with the money that you save on that?
You can donate it to Point of Pride.
Exactly.
Yes, we've got the synergy going. Perfect, beautiful.
Buy a wonderful shirt that Scala made.
Oh, thank you. Yes, we do have merch available. We do have shirts and mugs and totes, actually, available through our Bonfire shop. It was quite the privilege to be able to put those all together. And just so you all know, all the profits that we make from that shop go directly to Point of Pride. I gave a little update on this earlier today. It's actually gone up since then. We're just shy of $150 that we've raised just through the shop sales. So thank you all so much. And the shop will be open until the 29th to give everyone... Sorry, not the 20th, the 19th! Jeez. Open to the 19th, just to give everyone a few extra days to get stuff in. Though because of how Bonfire does the custom prints, nothing's going to arrive until early to mid-January.
But one could say that this bonfire is lit.
It is. Humanity has been restored.
Dark Souls text.
Yo, we got a dog right away.
It's
Yo.
a dog.
It's a dog?
It's a dog.
So this is one strat that's pretty different from Eevee. Because, much like the original Red and Blue, Growlithe and Vulpix are version exclusives. And when Growlithe evolves, it becomes very useful for Pikachu. We can't do that with Vulpix. But you'll see in a bit why it's so important.
Yeah, we also need the Growlithe for getting through some of the fights. Just having the fire type coverage is really useful.
Oh, there's Jiggles.
No.
Jigglypuff.
Seen from above.
You know what annoys me about the dub for that episode? Is that the Who's That Pokemon was just some random Pokemon. But in Japan, the original, the Who's That Pokemon was a silhouette of a circle, and the answer was Jigglypuff seen from above.
I'm pretty sure that is how they dubbed it, right?
No, the Who's That Pokemon.
Ah. Oh, they had it match. Oh, I got you.
Yeah. They didn't keep that gag for Who's That Pokemon in that episode in the dub.
Got you.
Also, nice Abra. Leggy just gave it a Nanap Berry, which is sparingly used, but important for a few catches like this. It basically stops the Pokemon from moving. And Abra just likes to zip back and forth a lot.
So that's another one of those trainer skips. You are technically supposed to have to fight at least one of those two trainers. We're just too good.
Both of their vision boxes like cut off right in like just the perfect spot where there's like one little space you can squeeze through and not be seen. But you can't rest easy when you do it once, because you have to do it again to leave. But lining that one up is kind of hard. And also, speaking of like the trainer vision, we touched on it a bit earlier. But like, so the 2D, Pokemon games, they have like just like a straightforward vision based on like, the tiles and stuff, how those are made. The other 3D ones, their vision is more of a cone, but they didn't do that in this game. They made them just the little straight-ahead boxes, so that's why it's a lot easier to like get around some of these trainers that would otherwise be required.
Okay.
Also, free clothes. Yeah, they put a bunch of outfits in this game, both for your trainer and your starter. Oh, something real important to pay attention to here.
Alright, I'm paying attention.
So, keep a good eye on number 1, our rival over here.
A number 1 Duke of New York.
Okay, so he's right there.
Okay, yeah, I saw it.
And then suddenly, he's just up in a completely different part of the ship.
Is there an elevator?
No, that literally leads to a dead end where the captain's room is.
Does he have an Abra?
Not in the party right now.
Are we allowed to call in Phoenix Wright to help us with this mystery?
Guess?
I mean, he had a crossover with Professor Layton. He can have a crossover with Pokemon. Come on. Like, who doesn't want to see Phoenix Wright team up with Detective Pikachu?
Oh, you're right.
Which Detective Pikachu? The game one or the movie one?
Whichever one you personally prefer.
For special attack.
Detective Pikachu was a good movie.
I was actually kind of surprised by it. I thought it was nice.
It was a lot better than it had any right to be. I worked at a movie theater when that came out, and they gave out like free booster packs of cards with each ticket.
Oh, nice.
But like people would just like open them and then leave them at their seat. So when I had to like pick up all the checks at the end, because it's one of those theaters where you like order food.
Ah, gotcha.
Seats. So many people just left their cards, so I just took all of them that got left behind. I also have tons of movie posters from that job.
Anyway, we are learning secret technique, Choppy Chop. Or Chop Down, technically. Instead of the HMs you see in more traditional versions of Pokemon, we get these secret techniques that do the same thing, except you don't have to teach a Pokemon how to do them. Your Pikachu just knows how to do them and doesn't get the move to use in combat.
Your Pikachu is very smart. Your Pikachu's.
Mhm.
All right, how does Pikachu use cut?
It's the god protagonist that isekai'd us into this world.
Oh,
We'll
that's
save it
true.
for Team Rocket.
Also, Pikachu can slash with its tail.
Is it that sharp?
It is now.
It is
When you have a
now.
chainsaw of electricity running across it, yeah.
Also, Pikachu can learn Iron Tail. Just not this game.
We have honed the tail of the Pikachu.
While you were busy being heterosexual, I studied the tail.
Thank you. That's exactly what I was thinking too.
I mean, I study the tail every time I go to the beach.
Dijon, please.
Duck. Goodbye, duck. We'll love
Bye,
you.
Doug.
You ducked the
Oh.
duck.
We'll want to catch that duck later, so that we can get Duck 2, the sequel to Duck.
Okay.
David
Oh!
Sterlin.
Duck 2.
By the way, as we're walking, do I have time for a quick announcement?
Go for it.
So we received back-to-back two $5 anonymous donations. So thank you to y'all. But the most important thing is that those donations helped us meet the virtual highlight target. So thank you, chat, so much for increasing the amount of virtual highlight we will all have to experience together.
Virtual
The cultural
highlight.
experience.
Virtual highlight is an experience.
You all donated for like 30 additional frames, so thank you.
Now, to be fair, Leggy, those did not come of any messages. Do we still allow chat to see a Pikachu pet? Because that was $10 in total.
Let me do this fight,
Okay.
and I'll think about it.
Okay. Ooh. Wow. Just thinking about it. Ooh.
Look how cute Clefairy is, though.
Look how over-leveled Clefairy is, though.
Look, so Clefairy's swole as heck. Like,
Yeah. Like, the fact that we're already level 20... We typically hit level 21 after this next catching segment, so the fact that we're already there is really good.
Yeah, it's that absurd catch luck.
Yep. Hey, and some good catches. Like, it's not all R&D. There's also some skill in there.
Well, I mean, yeah, but like you can't get that without the catch art, the RNG for spawns and everything. There are some runs of this game where you're just like so struggling for catches because nothing is spawning.
Yeah, whereas right now I've got planned 57.
Yeah, I think you're gonna be fine.
Yeah. Honestly, I should have been running my timer. I want to see what my splits look like right now. The good news is, this is a guaranteed one-shot.
Oh, also, if you do battle with two controllers, you get a 2-on-1 scenario, because even if the other opponent has more than one Pokemon, they'll still use one Pokemon at a time. So this gives you a pretty big advantage. There are a handful of battles where, mainly against Jesse and James, where you have two Pokemon out and they have two Pokemon out, and you're controlling both of your Pokemon with one controller and not with the support trainer controlling the other. And then there's one that we'll get to in a while that we'll explain then. Yeah, it is one of the fights of all time.
it's over now.
Wigglytuff.
Look at those ears.
Aww.
I think
Hey,
it'll
Sarah.
wrap.
Well, bunny friend.
Hey, Gustav.
Move the super potions up top. Move Wigglytuff to the party.
Abra gets to hang out though.
Yeah,
Yep.
Abra's like one level from evolving.
Not gonna get hit by the spinner. Crab!
Crab! It's time for crab!
Crab!
Die for crab!
I mean, but we're like less than a week out from the last crab rave. Also, I think I saw Nidorino spawn.
Hyper crab.
Yes, crab. All will become crab.
Time for
We'll all return to crab.
Crabdabra?
Crabra. You know, Crabra probably exists in that Pokemon Fusion game.
Oh,
That
that's
sounds like-
gotta exist.
That sounds like some weird Dragon Warrior monster.
It also does, yes. Now, to be fair, the Crabra in like Dragon Warrior would probably just be a wizard crab, which sounds like the best thing ever right now, not gonna lie.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
that's legit.
I mean, shoutouts to Super Lesbian Animal RPG for giving us the wizard crabs.
Wait, they're
They're
wizard
crabs.
crabs?
They are wizard crabs. They're crabs with wizard hats.
I love. Oh, that's right.
There's
Hi,
That's
Diddly.
also,
right.
Hi diddly ho, Nidorino.
there's also what's it called? In Dragon Warrior 11, there, and I'm sure in earlier ones as well, there are wizard pigs. They're called sham hat witches.
Wow.
No, right?
I love you, wizard crab from Super Lesbian Animal RPG.
Okay, the Oddish is gonna evolve. And our trusty compatriot is going into the box.
The box. The box.
But hey-
Box.
We're about halfway there!
Wow.
No, that song sucks. That song sucks.
What's the timer at anyway?
The timer, right now, remember I'll be slightly off on the time.
Mhm.
1 hour, 8 minutes, 55 seconds.
Okay.
Which of course is also going to confuse chat because it's not going to be lined up for chat either. Don't worry about it. Time is a suggestion right now.
Yeah, I just needed it to about the minute mark.
Time is a construct.
It is a construct.
Tiny rodent.
Yeah, it's a good place to catch the rat because it's in the wild at the level where leveling it up, but it'll evolve. A lot of these, like, common Pokemon, you wait until they are catchable at a level where they're about to evolve, or would already have. Because then it's not much leveling up to do.
Alright, so I went to Pokemon Infinite Fusion. I did not want to see Crabdabra.
Oh no.
So I think... So you're missing, Nidoran female and Spearow here, right?
Yep. And honestly, I'm so far ahead that I'm
Yeah.
not even gonna worry about it.
Yeah, that's like... I mean, that's like 5 entries, but also you can find Spearow again later.
It's just 4 entries. Because we have the 2 moonstones.
Alright, it
So
is
we're
time.
gonna
Oh
get
yeah,
to
that's
it
right. You used one on, Jigglypuff.
It is
But also,
my-
Lorelai's here.
Lorelai's here. We love Lorelai. Also, she destroys those guys in fucking combat. Excuse my language.
3 on 1, by the way.
She just obliterates them because, you know, she's Lorelai.
Meanwhile, we fight one guy with one Pokemon.
And we're also going to destroy him in direct and single combat. But we're, not nearly as powerful.
We're not quite in the Elite Four yet.
Also, I think in the entire series, this is the most lore that Lorelei gets.
Yeah, her lore's a lie. Thank you, I'll be here, I'll run.
Is it too late to drop from the...
Yeah, let's go, Dijon. Let's get dinner or something. We can leave Leggy
No,
on our own.
this is Let's Go.
Oh, right.
But also, look at her just wearing high heels in the grass like that.
Yeah,
She's
no.
too powerful.
It's too much power for one person to have. Actually, is heels on the dirt.
I used to have red hair like that.
As did I.
I just have blue hair to go with my pronouns.
I kind of would like blue hair to go with my pronouns, but I also work a government job.
Oh my
Yeah.
god. We got the instant Rhyhorn.
Wow.
Hi, friend.
So, Rhyhorn. When we get to Rock Tunnel, we really want to get Rhyhorn, because we're gonna see our first instance of, you can have a Pokemon out as your buddy, besides your starter. Some of them you get to ride on. You can ride on, and go a bit faster.
I'm leaving. I'm so done.
I
And
love you too.
Bye, Demi.
It's Graveler.
so getting Rhyhorn right as you enter is pretty good. Although,
Yeah.
I suspect it won't be too long before, before Rhydon gets, replaced.
Spoilers.
I mean, I already alluded to it earlier.
Anyway, we've got a couple more evolutions. Nothing really exciting. Skullin, do you have anything to share with us?
Well, like I said, chat, y'all were so very generous. We met the super highlight target. So right now, our one sort of big, really remaining milestone is that we'd like to add those hazard hell runs to Metroid planets. Now, that is a milestone, so that is based off of the total raised for the entire event. So we are going to need $7,000 by the time we reach Metroid planets. Now, that's the finale run, so we have a little bit of time. We're a little shy of 6,000. And I think we can get there. You also, for Metroid planets, you all can decide whether or not you would like the item distribution to be balanced, something a bit more predictable, where you might find Morph Ball in a reasonable spot, or would you prefer chaos? And really challenge all of our runners. That is up to you, chat. I'll go ahead and toss that donation link in chat for y'all. But we're kind of reaching the home stretch here of the marathon. It's been a really wonderful event out here, raising money for Point of Pride, supporting them and their programs. The one I will give a very quick shout out about is their annual Transgender Surgery Fund. That's a scholarship-like program which provides direct financial assistance to trans folks who cannot afford their gender-affirming surgery. They actually are in the process right now of choosing who's going to be the recipients of those grants as part of the latest funding round. So that's what your money is kind of going towards right now, as well as their other programs like their HRT fund, their electrolysis support fund, and their free chest binders and femme shapewear. So there's a lot of different ways that Point of Pride offers direct support to different trans folks. And you can, by donating to this marathon, you get to support them, you get to support other people. As we said earlier, your kindness gets to ripple outwards to folks who need it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Woo.
Oh yeah, so Rock Tunnel. As you can see, it's very dark. If you're familiar with like Gen 1, you know that this is you're supposed to get the Flash HM and use that to light it up. Well, you're supposed to get the like basically not HM of Flash to use here, but we can very clearly see where we're going and what Pokemon are spawning, so it just wastes time to go get it. But Rock Tunnel, as we mentioned, Diploma runs, Rock Tunnel pretty infamous in there because Kangaskhan spawns in Rock Tunnel and only in Rock Tunnel. It has a 1% encounter rate, and if you do manage to find it, it is a pain in the butt to catch.
It's very resistant to going in the ball.
Yeah, it's got a baby to take care of.
Charmander is also a rare spawn in Rock Tunnel, but you can find it in a couple of places.
At this point, the only thing I have left to catch in here is a Cubone.
And if you don't find that, you have a second chance in the tower.
Mhm.
Klaus. Or is it Hiker Claus? It is December.
It is
Merry
December.
holiday.
Happy winter.
Merry everyone.
Right.
Oh god, Stella, it is Merry Winter in 4 days, and you know what that means.
It's our anniversary.
It's our indeterminate anniversary day.
Aww.
Yeah.
We could go look up the actual date,
It is
But instead-
the 24th.
but instead, we've just decided that it's the solstice. It's the 21st. Except Stella thinks it's Christmas the 25th.
No, it was the 24th.
It was the 21st, though.
No, it's the 22nd.
The 23rd just gets left out.
Yeah.
Sorry, prime
23rd
numbers.
is not exciting.
Well, it's
I
'cause
mean,
that
look, nobody likes you when you're 23.
also December 23rd is where you celebrate Festivus.
For the rest of us.
It's It's Christmas Eve.
So Christmas Eve?
It's
And
No,
look,
this is Pikachu.
it's just the day.
first.
It's just the day that is the day before the day before the day that is the best day in the world.
Beltane?
June 9th?
It's just
Stella, please.
just do yourself a favor and listen to the song Christmas Eve Eve by Paul and Storm.
You know what? Fair. I'm just here to heck those.
I'm here to do that as well.
I mean, same, but also I am the conduit for chat's heck posting.
Chat would never heck post, though.
I don't know. They had to give me money so I could find out.
Yeah. Like,
Well, it's not giving me money. They have to give Point of Pride money.
they have to donate money.
Yes.
Like, we don't allow heck posting for free.
No,
I
no,
mean-
you gotta
I
pay
mean,
for
it-
that.
It's got to be real good. Like, real good. And then we'll do it for free. But you know.
No. I feel that if you believe in the power of your posting, you should donate with it. I mean, oh, go ahead.
Oh no, I was just saying you're so much less cautious going through that line of spinners right there than I am.
So it's turned out that their pattern is deterministic based off where they start. So if you just go, you're fine.
Ah, I had not actually heard that.
Yeah.
Granted, when was the last time I actually did a full run?
Hey, do you want to do Diplo sometime?
We need to. It's just finding a time with enough time.
Right?
So I will say, it wasn't a heck post, but we did get $10 from Alice, who ran Cassette Beats earlier, saying, donating for balance. Everyone likes balance, right? I like balance. Down with chaos! They did not ask
After
for a
all-
Pikachu pet, though.
I am here to kill chaos.
As are
That's-
we all.
That's a
Wait, we've
that's a
got
different
people
one.
here. We could go kill chaos.
Let's go.
Heck yeah! Wait, does this mean we have to figure out which Warrior of Light / Fiend we actually are?
You know, if no one else, if we're going down the list, I will just go ahead and jump on the grenade, call Kraken, because I do like giving white mages hugs.
Pika! Pika!
I mean, I will gladly be assigned a role.
Mm-hmm. So, Scala,
Yes.
known black mage.
Yes.
You like exploding things with the power of elemental forces.
Oh, absolutely.
Lich.
Yeah! Oh, I get to wear such a cool hat.
Right?
I only care if I get to wear cool hats.
So this is the Pokemon Tower.
We're
it
going
is-
to be totally disrespectful and, you know, have a fight in this memorial place.
Be in front of a grave. Y'all
in
have
front
no
of many graves.
y'all have no decorum at all.
Listen,
They're
you should
like
see
11.
you should see that one like graveyard area in Gen 3. Like a billion people try to fight you there.
They got no decorum either. You have to respect the dead unless they've done horrible things in life, and then heck them.
Then you crab rave.
Well, you give the dead exactly as much respect as they've earned.
So in some cases, they should be giving me respect.
Except they're dead.
Correct.
This took a weird turn.
Yeah.
Can I change the flow of conversation?
Yeah,
then?
please stop me.
Yes, I will be a good friend. I will stop all of you. But that's also because we received $346 from Metabot. But so thank you so much. Saying 364 for Cradley. I don't think Cradley is in this game, but I love them so much. They're just having a great time, and I think that's wonderful. Please give a nice pet for little Pikachu and all the other good, hardworking Pokemon. Bless y'all. I think you got to pet every how many Pokemon in your party are you allowed to pet? Is it just Pikachu?
Just Pikachu.
You gotta pet Pikachu really good, so that way we know that it's for all the other Pokemon who are currently in your party and also in your box. Oh my god, Blue Pikachu is so cute!
Is that a good enough pet? I think that's a good enough pet.
Aww.
Petting my alive Pokemon in front of all the dead ones.
Disrespectful.
Bishop! No! We thought we were going to stop! I was trying to say that we reached over 6K!
6K9.
Which means that we are within striking distance of that 7K milestone for Metroid Planets to get those Hazard and Hell runs!
Extremely respectful.
6K, I'm gay.
Wait, you're gay? Because I'm
Yes.
gay too.
Wow.
I don't mean to, butt in, but I am also gay.
Whoa.
Is this whole VC just full of gay people?
Is this whole marathon just full of gay people?
I think it kind of is. I mean, I think that's kind of the point.
You know what?
I
Fair.
mean, there's good enough odds that there is a, like, straight trans person here.
This is true.
You know what? Fair.
Yeah, just a perfect time for Team Rocket to show up. Yes.
Anyway, there's this trainer who
Oh, we
talks
love her.
about her cute, fluffy, adorable Pokemon. Clefairy. But we have Clefairy. We have the best Clefairy. And we
No,
need
that
to
one's
prove it
cute.
in direct single combat.
That's a neat. That's not a Clefairy you're throwing out here.
Skill issue.
Do math.
Oh, this reminds me of something. So even though this is a Gen 1 remake and only has the original 151 plus Meltan and Melmetal, it does still have the types that were created since. So, Poison Jab was super effective against the Clefairy because it is Fairy type in this game.
Clefairy is a fairy? You don't say.
Look, I'm surprised Jigglypuff didn't get turned into Fairy type.
Oh, it did.
It
Didn't
did?
it?
No, I'm thinking not Jigglypuff. That's totally not the Pokemon I was thinking of. It's a different round pink thing. Chansey. They didn't turn Chansey into Fairy type.
Huh.
Which is surprising.
Mm-hmm.
I see you don't get any hidden items in that tunnel.
Nope.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Chansey is not Fairy type. Chansey's always been and continues to be normal type.
Basic.
Wow. So mean to Chansey.
I love Chansey. Not as much as Clefairy. All right, but we have to come here and we have to talk to the seer here. We have to answer these questions in a specific way. Because what this does is that it sets it that the Pokemon that you catch are of a modest nature, which will be important in a bit when we grab our final Pokemon that will be doing glorious combat in our name.
And this is the other reason the clock reset is important. Because that buff goes away when the clock rolls over to the next day. And since the clock rolled over back when we were in Mount Moon, the game thinks it's like 1:30 in the morning right now, so we've got like 20 hours
If
of
this
gameplay before we have to worry about that.
if this takes like 20 hours just to get to that point, I think we've got bigger problems.
Oh, we
Correct.
ruined the marathon at that point.
But yeah, natures still exist in this. If you're not familiar with natures, there are a number of them, that's for sure. Totally a specific number that I definitely remember.
25.
Yes. So, each one, gives you plus, to one stat.
10%.
Yeah, plus 10%. I was just being, general, but yeah, plus 10% to one stat, and minus 10% to another one. And then there are some natures that are plus and minus the same stat, so they're just neutral. Modest is plus special attack and minus physical attack. That is important.
Yeah. Put down on your phones why we might want to have better special attack on a Pokemon we might catch later.
Because it's going to be using lots of special attacks?
already has a high special stat.
We're gonna make it even higher.
Ah.
Which
We're-
also means we reduce a certain amount of variance coming in from
Oh.
the stats when you catch it. It will have the, we don't have to worry about a weird nature bucking with our damage formulas, so it makes things a lot more consistent.
Is weird nature a legitimate nature in Pokemon?
There's quirky.
Okay, good.
And Pokemon also have different characteristics that they can have, like I can't remember any of them off the top of my head because there's a lot of them.
It's like likes to loaf about and stuff.
Yeah, stuff like that. That can have an effect on stat growth as well. It's kind of weird. In Let's Go, it affects. So, this is a complicated mechanic. I mean, it's not that complicated. It's just
So basically, those characteristics are tied to a given stat, and every time you level up, you have a stat that you get boosts to.
but it's not always the same stat. It's deterministic based off of a number of things, but also partially random. I don't understand it fully.
Yeah, so basically, your nature affects it. You're more likely to see things that your nature gives buffs to, less likely to see the stat that your nature gives negatives to. Your characteristic gives you a buff, and then for any given Pokemon, it is set in stone what those are, and it cycles every 10 levels. So, at level 6, Pikachu got a speed buff. You can see it's the +1s you see when something levels up in battle. And so Pikachu got a speed buff at level 6, which means Pikachu gets that same buff at 16, 26, etc.
It can add it's not insignificant, but it's also not usually a big deal either.
It's way more important in the early game, because if you get, for instance, in particular for Pikachu, if Pikachu gets a couple points in your attack stat early, you can actually hit some really good ranges early on. Even if you don't have a powerful nature.
And here comes the best part of the run.
The best part of the run? How good are we talking?
It has OSHA violations.
Yeah, Pikachu's about to be very sus.
Is Pikachu about to wait, oh no! Are we climbing up on a rolly chair? We're not allowed to do that!
This is unsafe for work. I do not approve.
Wow.
Yeah, Pikachu. I saw Pikachu venting. Pikachu is sus.
This is the one time you get to control Pikachu. Or Eevee if you're playing Eevee.
Cut to Professor Oak getting fired out of an airlock.
Oak was not the imposter.
No, that would be the Imposter Oak card.
Is that a
Exactly.
real card?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yep.
they
Oh.
From the very first base set.
Oh my gosh, I kind of remember this.
Way younger, kind of smarmy looking.
Awful. Terrible. The worst. Also, somehow people fall for it even though he looks nothing like Professor.
All right, well,
Yeah.
I went and looked it up in the anime. It's James who's pretending to be Professor Oak,
Incredible.
which that's a little bit of a surprise that he would choose to wear the costume that included pants, but that's okay.
You know,
You gotta mix it up sometimes, keep people on their toes.
Mm-hmm.
You see someone running around with pants, there's no way you're gonna suspect that that's James.
Mm-mm.
distinguished old man, Professor Oak.
It does have a lab coat though, and lab coats are really fun to wear.
Yeah.
I had one for cosplay, and I actually really liked it because they have so many pockets.
I had to have a lab coat for like a chemistry lab or something that I took in college.
See, all
Anyway,
I remember...
So one of the recent developments in strats is we used to do this fight with Pikachu and your Nido in the Nidoking here. We recently developed strats that use Rhyhorn. And so it actually makes things a lot easier because we don't have to spend as many healing resources afterwards because we don't need to heal Pikachu up for the rest of the fight. And we don't need to heal Rhyhorn up at all after this because we will not be using Rhyhorn in combat again. Just to be
Another
clear.
Another fun thing about not having abilities in this game is that Weezing can be hit by ground type attacks.
Mhm.
Or coughing. Or wheezing.
It's Weasel
Both
at
of
this
them.
point.
Yeah, but both of them, basically, yeah.
Sure.
Is what I was going for.
I like how they blasted off just after a very aggressive Pika!
I mean,
Which
to
is
be fair,
very powerful.
after that combat, I would blast off too.
Same.
Anyway, we're gonna do the rest of this area as a bunch of double fights. Even though we're going to be fighting Archer and Giovanni here one-on-one. We hate Archer.
He's the worst.
I mean, Archer 1 is okay.
Look at him. He just looks smarmy as heck.
Right?
Archer, a character created for this game and who has not appeared since.
Yeah, he looks like Cyrus's boring younger brother.
I'm gonna punch him in his smug face.
Cyrus, of course, being the big bad from Generation 4.
I never played Gen 4, and I didn't finish BDSP.
I mean, to be fair, in your defense, you were playing BDSP.
I mean, yeah, I was. That's what I said.
Mhm.
Oh wait, no, he's in gold and silver.
Wait, Archer is?
Archer. I trust the good people of Bulba Garden and Bulbapedia.
Oh, well, that's your first mistake.
Alright. But there's
Bulb-
definitely Archer.
Bulbapedia is good for some things, but it doesn't have enough quality control. I guess is the way I'll word it.
That's fair.
Also, shoutouts to Giovanni having a sexy Persian pose painting on his wall.
Yeah, no, he knows what he likes. It's his cat.
PG stream. PG stream. I'm not gonna say it.
But all I'm going to say is my housemate,
Ishan, please.
my former housemate had, paintings of his cats dressed up in very dignified Renaissance outfits.
Okay,
I mean,
but that
that's-
sounds cool.
That's different. Like,
Yes.
who doesn't have
I'm
who
trying to
doesn't have that?
pivot the conversation.
Everyone should love their cat that much, though.
We should get paintings of Morsel.
You know, on second thought, could a painting truly catch the majesty of Morsel as he attempts to climb on my desk 5 minutes ago? In front of me,
Possibly.
while I'm sitting here commentating a run?
A picture is worth 1,000 words.
Just
Yeah, and most of those words I can't say on this stream.
commission a painting of Morsel just chilling and lying out on someone else's front porch chair.
We do have the picture of that. We could get that painted.
Get a picture of Morsel's butt when he's laying on me in the morning.
Anyway, we've stopped Team Rocket's evil scheme here in this illicit gambling den. And we got
Wait,
the
that-
self-step for our troubles.
Wait, is this an illicit gambling den?
Oh no, it's actually fully licensed by the Celadon city government.
More important question: is this a combination dojo casino?
There's no dojo here. It's just we just stormed the mafia headquarters.
Is this a combination Pizza Hut and Taco Bell?
I'm at the.
In my heart,
What?
yes.
Right. I'm at the Taco Bell. I'm at the combination
Pizza Hut and Taco Bell.
Classic.
It's a combination casino and mafia headquarters.
Like most
Oh, so a
casinos.
casino.
So it's well, at least a casino in like before 1990.
Also, a strange man just taught Pikachu how to fly an unsafe flying contraption.
Oh god, more OSHA violations?
Is there a website that ranks video games by OSHA violations?
There probably is. I would, at the very least, there's probably like a Tumblr blog for it.
I am not looking for tumblr.osha violations.
There was, in fact, a Tumblr blog that was that talked about OSHA violations in people's posts, but I do not think there's a video game centric one.
Come with me. And
There's the
we'll
Brian
be-
David Gilbert Unraveled about Smash Bros. OSHA violations.
There's a lot of those.
Come
Yeah.
with me, and you'll be in a world of OSHA violations.
I'd rather not. I like safe working conditions.
Yeah, they're kind of important.
I mean, Ness hitting other people in the head with a baseball bat also probably violates a lot of laws.
Is Pikachu forklift certified?
No.
Yes, Pikachu is certified to lift a fork. Anyway, oh my god, the ghosts were ghosts!
What?
It's Ghastly. And Haunter, but not Gengar.
No
Nope.
gender.
You can't just get a gender in the wild. You have to trade for your gender.
I've got a really lightly used he
I mean-
him here if anybody wants
I mean,
it.
that's what me and my stepbrother did anyway.
Look, you wouldn't download a gender.
I would.
I would.
I'm a known. I've trafficked genders on the internet before.
Did you torrent your gender?
Aaron Lore, You did hear that as gender because that's all we said.
That's
Yes.
exactly all we said.
Oh, you got the double heal.
Yeah. Game
The-
collision is a little...
That was a goal bat.
Funky.
I didn't know you could find that in here.
Right? No ghost yet.
Ah, okay, gotcha. Closed captions. Yeah.
I have the most gender in this household.
And my spouse Nick once told me that I am the most binary person they've ever met.
Really?
Yes.
Pick up that hyper potion for safety. And if I don't see the Ghastly here, this run has suddenly gone from really far ahead on the catch route to panic basket time.
No, Panic was on the Sega CD.
But Panic was at the disco.
Not anymore. He retired.
Oh yeah.
Also,
true.
that was one of like 4 or 5 cutscenes you could skip. That was just skipped.
Yeah.
But Cubone gets a redemption arc in this game because in this game, the lost Cubone, who's
Yay!
missing
Ghost.
its mother, gets to go with Trace, and he will keep that Cubone for the rest of the game. It will evolve. So,
We will fight it.
you know, there's a nice little, like, cute bit of lore there.
Catch the Ghastly.
Catch the
Leave the
ghost.
sigh of relief.
Also, this tower is much bigger on the inside. It's like a TARDIS.
It's not really though. Like the tower's pretty big on the outside in this game.
The tower is pretty
No,
tall.
it's tall, but it's like thin. The outside is not nearly as wide as the floors are.
Yeah, I choose
Although
to
I
believe
think-
the outside is just an abstract representation of the sum totality of the town.
Though to be
Like,
fair,
there would be
I-
more than like 5 buildings in any given town.
I mean, to be fair, I think, now that I think about it, every building in every Pokemon game is bigger on the inside.
Maybe it's just part of the
That-
Pokemon universe. It's just how that works. You know, you
I-
get
I demand realism in my cockfighting simulator.
Okay, go back to Twitter.
Wow.
Next thing you're gonna do is demand that they don't reuse assets in the Pokemon games.
Demi, that's like asking the sun to stop shining.
The sun, though.
I
Not
do
as much
like
as the
the
moon,
sun.
though.
The moon is very cool. I mean,
I mean-
my guess about, why the outside and the inside seem to have, a difference in correlation. I'm just like, this is probably just some Junji Ito kind of stuff.
Tomorrow is Dance Under the Moonlight Day because it's Monday.
I mean, this is Gen 7, the generation with Sun and Moon. Which I never finished. I think out of like all the main series Pokemon games, I think like either Sun and Moon or Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon are like the longest any percent run.
So many cutscenes. Also, it's time for Bigger Crab.
Yes,
Crab
increase
to
the
tune of a
crab.
By David Serlin.
Yeah, do I have to explain that joke to everybody?
Probably.
Oh gods. Alright, I'm explaining a joke to everybody. This is from the Pit Crew primarily. But basically David Serlin is a board game designer, also done some video game design work. Has done some really good stuff, like did an entire rework of Puzzle Fighter, which was quite good, did a remake of Street Fighter 2 Turbo for Capcom, which was quite good, except he thinks Akuma's balanced, lol. Not even close. Still broken. But he's also made board games, and one of the board games that he has made is definitively his magnum opus, which is he made Chess 2, the sequel to Chess by David Serlin. That's the name. That's the whole name.
And see, with those jokes, I tend to go in the direction of Homestar Runner, of Danger-esque 2. This time, it's not Danger-esque 1.
Wait, have I not gotten a single Pokemon breakout yet?
You have
Nope.
not had a single
Nope.
Pokemon breakout yet.
Wild.
Not even the Clefable.
The Clefable
Yeah,
just came
hey.
with you.
They are wild, yes.
Well, maybe
Also-
not anymore.
The thing I was hinting at earlier, she evolved the Growlithe into Arcanine, and that's the new ride Pokemon. Which, in Eevee, you just have Rhyhorn up until, pretty bit further into the game.
Yeah. I mean, not that much further. Like, you literally evolve Growlithe into Arcanine just in time to catch your new ride Pokemon. And the reason we do this is because it's slightly... One, it gives us, the easy Evo, because the Firestone's sitting right there.
There's a tire.
Yeah.
Just
The
three more of them.
other reason we do that is because you'll notice that because we use Growlithe as a sacrifice on the Jesse and James fight, Arcanine's technically knocked out right now. Which means it's not going to get any experience, which means it's not going to get any catch experience, which means it's going to save time from dealing with all those menus for leveling up, because it's not getting any of that XP.
So what you're saying is that you're riding a Pokemon that's fainted.
Mm-hmm.
That Pokemon's barely awake, and you're on its back pushing it to run you around the world.
Yeah.
Do you have any shame?
No, we've been over that.
Oh yeah, we have, haven't we? So here's Ghastly. We're gonna use Ghastly to fight Snorlax. Good job, Ghastly, you did it.
Hooray! I love how Mr. Fuji's just like, aw, too bad, it got away. And it's like, no, I ran from it. I got away.
I actually turned around and did not engage.
Yeah, like, we could try to catch Snorlax, but you have to fight it first, and that just takes a while. Much
Snorlax
faster just to run away.
Snorlax is a heckin' mountain at this point.
How many
like,
times do I have to teach you this lesson, old man?
Just the once. Just the once.
Also,
Look at Flareon! Yeah, we love the Flareon!
there was a little skip there, the trainer skip. By going up against a fence, it, like, triggered the thing that makes your ride Pokemon disappear, because if you get too close to a wall, it'll despawn it just because, space. And so if you go along that fence, and around, like, the edge, you can skip that trainer. Without having to, like, just completely dismount your Pokemon, which takes time going into the menu.
Horse has not broken out of ball either.
It's actually really consistent, that particular skip.
Yep. More
And I encourage
consistent than,
people-
a later one, that's for sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, in Let's Go Eevee, we catch a Ponyta, drop a rare candy onto it to evolve it into Rapidash, because it just needs the one level. And use Rapidash to replace Rhyhorn as our ride Pokemon.
Yeah, we will still be replacing Arcanine with the ride Pokemon, but because I skipped the rare candy on Route 6, I am avoiding spending the extra rare candy on Ponyta, and hoping to make up by just catching Pokemon as we go. And because I'm already on the Arcanine, this is honestly overall a time save, I think, compared to running all the way around then and getting that rare candy.
Yeah, riding Rapidash doesn't save too much time over Arcanine. But, and so having Arcanine means that you can wait a bit and let it evolve naturally instead of using a rare candy. Which is another rare candy that you can skip. Also, this Pidgeotto is well above the level needed to evolve into Pidgeot. But yeah, one of the reasons that for a long time we thought that the second player's Pokeball type didn't matter is because the color of the circle didn't change based on that. But the thing is, like, people figured out, even though it doesn't change the color, it's still giving you a higher catch chance.
And by the way, we mentioned earlier that if you have like the red or blue order around a Pokemon, they're either large or small. But there's also a chance for a Pokemon to be supersized within those brackets. If you catch a supersized Pokemon, you get an additional multiplier on top of the regular one. Judging by the amount of experience I got, that Pidgeotto, supersized.
Yeah, there's no, like, way to tell until you've caught it, because it still just gives you the same, it's huge. But there is extra large and extra small. You just kind of have to catch it and look at it. Because it'll tell you on the Pokemon's stat screen.
And, like, for context, a regular large or small Pokemon gives, like, a 1.5 times to your experience. A super size gives you a times 4.
Oh, dang.
Yeah, which is why all of my Pokemon suddenly leveled up and evolved.
So, actually, Leggy, question that I'm not actually sure the answer of. Does the Pikachu route still use Dodrio?
You can.
Duck.
Duck!
Depending on how you're feeling, you can either use Rapidash or Dodrio.
Oh, okay. See, I was here thinking it was like using Arcanine instead, but
No. Arcanine is so low level right now. It's level 18.
oh, okay. Then yeah. Never mind.
It's just there to be a ride Pokemon for now.
Yeah.
By the way, as we're chilling here with Pokemon, I see that you're in the menu. Can I bring up something real quick?
Yeah, go for it.
I like Oligoki, who is just our one of our fabulous restreamers, says that I had a lot of fun volunteering for the event, donating for more chaos because I just like chaos. Also, pet that Pikachu.
So these trainers that like he just passed, they basically have like a 1 tile-ish, like, vision. So, like, you can pretty safely go through them real fast, but you have to be careful not to, like, run directly into them.
Yep. It looks scary. That's because it is. What's the timer at? Just for keeping on top of things.
We just passed the 2-hour mark, so we're at 2 hours, 1 minute-ish.
Okay. Okay. A little further behind than I'd want to be, but, you know, we're still making good time. It also helps that, you know, I only have one more Pokemon I need to catch. Everything else is just gifts and Evos.
Just casually a extinct Pokemon in the pond there.
Don't worry
Hanging
about
out.
it.
So this is where we get Sea Skim, which is this game's equivalent of Surf. Although Surf is still an attack, it's just not a overworld attack. Which, I mean, Surf continues to be probably... Well, no, I think Strength is also still around. I think Surf and Strength are the only, like... Well, no, there's also Waterfall. Okay,
But
there's
Waterfall
different
isn't from
HMs
this
and
game.
different... Okay, there's too many HMs throughout the whole series. Some of them are still moves, some of them are not, but... Sun and Moon were the first games to substitute HMs with an alternative. Oh, you just passed Terry.
And here's our final catch.
It's Staryu.
It's Starmie.
No, it's just a Staryu.
Right, you star me. You said you, referring to me. Look, it's not star you, it's star me.
No, it's Star We. It's for all of us.
Whee!
Wee!
So wait, is that your last catch of the run, Love?
Yes. I no
you
longer
had-
have to get new Pokemon.
You had 0 breakouts the entire run, by the way.
Correct.
You have
Don't
to
be-
donate $0 at the end of the run.
Oh god!
Wait, are you okay?
Oh,
Oh, he almost-
that's an optional.
Oh, this is
Right.
bad.
I mean, that's the first optional you've hit, so...
yeah, but this
Yeah,
is a really bad one to hit.
Yeah, no, I mean, this route, they're all way over-leveled, but...
Oh,
We'll just try. Yeah. Do I have any other options that would be faster? Not really, so we're just gonna... So yeah,
Yeah.
okay. In a PB attempt, obviously, that would be a reset.
Yeah.
Yeah, this costs like a minute and change.
At least. It'll be a long fight, because I don't know what the second Pokemon is. But we're not even gonna get any hits
Zero.
in self-distribution.
0 breakouts, but, an optional.
Yeah, a rough optional.
Yeah,
But
like, this
Oh,
kills runs.
yeah. There
Oh.
is some... There is movement you can do through here that's safe. I just messed it up.
It's too bad you don't still have Pikachu,
Right?
or Clefairy.
Would be underleveled anyway. But we're
It's
gonna
fine.
get through it.
Dodria's fast enough here. It's fine.
Hell, you have, like, it would have the, super effective priority crit move.
Through.
Either way,
Oh, yeah, okay, I was way further over than I should have been. Okay. That makes sense. Hi.
So, you'll have to make sure to revive the Psyduck so you can...
Yep. Already on it.
It's a good thing
Luckily,
Trace...
I know...
It's a good thing Trace creepily finds 3 revives in your hair earlier in the game.
I'm gonna pull these revives out from behind your ear like it's a magic trick. Blah.
Okay. Luckily, that movement is clean. That I've got down to a fine science. We're gonna stop here, and we're... I should have just done did the menu earlier, but now we're here, we're gonna hit the repel. Gonna go to candy jar.
I'll take you to the candy jar.
Oh, sorry, T-Treasure Pump.
Yeah, this is where we start setting up the Pokemon that's just gonna sweep us through the rest of the game.
Yep.
And it has a modest
Hello?
nature because of the thing. Starmie, in Gen 1 is, like, one of the best special attackers. It's still got really good special attack, I mean, later generations too, but, like, Gen 1, it really, like, reigns supreme.
Mm-hmm.
Leggy,
Yes.
while you're in the menu, I have 2 things to report.
Mm-hmm.
First of all, a incredibly generous $200 donation from Summygretz, who says, Pikachu? More like Pokemon, let's go to the Power Up of Pride 2023 donation page. Am I right, folks? Is this thing on? And also a $50 donation from Anonymous. No message, but just a nice little pride flag emoji there. Both of those donations were going to the bid war for our Metroid planets for the item distribution. I will say right now, Chaos is very powerful, very much in the lead at $621 to Balance's 100. But there is still time to fix that, and as a reminder, we are still trying to hit that 7K milestone, so that way we can inflict more fun on all of our Metroid Planets runners. So we're just under $600 from hitting that. And chat, y'all have been so kind, so generous, and I think we can get there by the finale run.
Stella, it sounds like this is just like your Final Fantasy speedruns. Chaos is kicking butt.
Indeed.
So, like he did a trick there that's, like, literally only used in this one situation, but is still kind of neat. If you have the support trainer out, you can, you know, they can move around with that Joy-Con that they're on. They won't be seen by trainers, but if you trigger the trainer's vision, they will stop at your support trainer. So this trainer's sightline is unavoidable. But if you go straight to, like, between the plants while you've got the support trainer right in front of him, he's not gonna walk all the way over there. So that's a neat little, like, time optimization trick. Also, if Leggy was short on catches still at this point, she'd catch a Grimer. Or an Eevee, it'd be a Weezing. Magmar, you really don't want to try to catch if you're short. But, like, if you're desperate, it's there.
Yeah, there's also a low odds for a Ditto in here.
Yeah,
Ditto.
but those are probably more of a pain to catch than Magmar.
Yeah, but sometimes you're desperate.
But
I mean,
Sometimes
yeah,
you're running Diploma, and someone's got to do it.
Well, I mean, at that point, I think whoever runs Eevee gets it in the Cerulean Cave. Because in Diploma, only Eevee actually defeats the Elite Four. Pikachu doesn't, but Eevee does, and gets access to the Cerulean Cave, and catches Mewtwo, and some other stuff.
Yeah, whereas Pika goes around, catches, Articuno and Zapdos, and does a bunch of the extra side content cleanup.
And Eevee gets Moltres because they get access to Victory Road. So, 4 legendaries split evenly.
Blaine is very excited. We love Blaine. He is the best gym leader in this game.
I can't believe they changed Tombstoner to Tombstoney. But yeah, much like Gen 1 originally had optional quizzes to skip the trainers, you just have a quiz overall, and if you get it all right, you don't have to fight any extra trainers or anything.
I mean, come on, this man knows how to make an entrance. He's got stage presence. He's excited to be here. Look at those glasses. Come on.
He's got a lab coat. We've already been over how functional lab coats are.
So yeah, Blaine is the best.
Yeah.
He looks like thin Eggman.
Alright.
But this is a pretty simple fight. The only, possible thing that could really happen is, well, A, you could possibly get confused right by Magmar and have to fix that. But also, if your Starmie doesn't have the best speed stats, if they're low enough, the Rapidash can outspeed you.
Now, the Ninetales can also outspeed. There is a chance that if you have, the absolute worst speed stat, the Ninetales outspeeds.
Oh, I didn't even know that if it went that low, it would get outsped by Ninetales.
The other thing that can possibly happen there that'll make things difficult is if the Magmar's flamethrower burns you.
Yeah.
Because you don't want to waste time healing that. You only use the full heals you have if you get confused. Hi, my nerves are still shot after hitting that optional. I thought we were going to die. I thought my money routing was going to be entirely dead in the water. Literally.
Literally.
So...
You got there because you're cool and you're awesome like that.
Anyway, we're 2 hours into the run and fighting the 3rd gym?
Yeah. Well, no, this is the 4th gym. We fought...
Oh yeah, Blaine.
Missy
Duh.
and Blaine.
But this is the 3rd gym in the intended order.
Wait, are we playing the game out of order?
So basically, in Let's Go, because badges are not required for HMs or anything,
Oh, god damn it.
it is hard to avoid that guy.
Yeah, that guy can be tricky, unfortunately.
but I mean, he's way under-leveled compared to
True.
you, so...
Like, the fight is easy, it's just, more
it's
time
just-
waste.
Yeah, inconvenient. But yeah, so Brock is mandatory to do first because you can't leave Pewter City yet. Misty is mandatory to do second because you can't leave Cerulean until you've defeated her. And then Giovanni is mandatory as the 8th gym leader because, you know, just like in the previous Gen 1 and Gen 1 and then Fire Red, Leaf Green, he doesn't reopen the gym until you've beaten all the other gyms and stopped Team Rocket in Game Corner and, well, not even Game Corner, but Silph Co. Originally, Game Corner could be entirely skipped because Gen 1 is well made and you can do the Pokemon Tower without the Silph Scope. And when you get to the ghost at the end, which is actually the Marowak, you just give it a Pokédoll and it'll run away. You can't do that here. But anyway, back to what I was saying. Other than the 1st, 2nd, and 8th gym, you can do all the other gyms in any order that you please.
And in fact, in OG Gen 1, there's, not that much more in the way of restrictions. Like, you still have to do Misty second in order to be able to use Cut, to leave Cerulean or get into Surge's gym. Surge you can leave anywhere between 3rd and 7th, because all he gives you access to is Fly. Koga,
Although Fly is very convenient, so you probably want to get access to that.
Yeah. Koga you can do, as long as Koga you have to do before Blaine because he gives you access to Surf, but you can do him in any order otherwise.
Sabrina cannot be fought until you complete Silph Co.
Mm-hmm.
And that's true in this game, too.
Yeah, but that's not a gym.
No, but it's still a requirement.
Mm.
Can I ask a question?
Yeah.
Why were there so many oil barrels and trash cans in there?
U.S. military.
Okay,
Yeah, they suck.
fair and valid. You know what doesn't suck?
What doesn't suck, Scala?
We got a donation from Botulism Sauce. It says road to 7K, let's go. Also, I believe that it was $12.92, so I believe that is enough for a Pikachu pet.
Mm-hmm. Pikachu is shaking uncontrollably. Yo, same.
Has Pikachu been playing Undertale? Jeez. Just waiting for Pikachu's neck to start getting longer.
Also, fun fact about Lieutenant Surge in the original 4Kids anime, the dub voice was a trans woman who also voiced Meowth for a long time.
I love that Meowth is trans.
She was also the voice of Yugi's grandfather in Yu-Gi-Oh!
I did not know that one. Welcome to Erica's gym. The gym requirement is you have to show a cute Pokemon. Fun fact, every single Pokemon counts as cute.
I actually like that. That's actually really sweet.
Yep.
Out of the 153 Pokemon in this game, no matter which one you show her, she will say it's cute.
She loves all of them, and I'm here for that.
Good, wholesome Pokemon acceptance.
Your fave is unproblematic and is a good choice. So like all the Pokemon.
Mm-hmm.
So you can avoid every trainer in this gym.
Because sightlines.
So that's what we're gonna do, right? We're just gonna avoid every fight in here.
Well, all fights but one in here.
Well, you've got to fight Erica, obviously. So here's our Grassy Shrine Maiden. She's been sleeping. Because, you know,
She's eepy.
like me, for real, for real.
Hashtag tired lesbian pride.
Let's go. Sleep, because we're Eevee.
Oh, that is a spicy raid.
Hello! Hello to all of our friends who just joined us. Welcome in, welcome in. This is Winter Pride 2023. We are raising money for Point of Pride. They are an absolutely fabulous trans-led 501c3 nonprofit organization. They are serving tens of thousands of people in all 50 states and 100 countries by providing access to gender-affirming health and wellness services. We're right in the middle of a wonderful Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu run. And we're having a lot of fun here. And if you would like to help us out with our cause, right now we are trying to get to $7,000 so that way we can make things a little bit more fun, a little bit more spicy for our Metroid Planets finale run that we're going to be having later on tonight. If we get to that 7K, we're going to be adding Hazard and Hell runs. It's going to be great. We're very excited for it. Also, we have a special extra bonus. If you donate at least $10 during this run, Leggy will also stop and pet Pikachu. But I gotta ask, Leggy, could you maybe consider petting Pikachu for $4.31 from Alice?
You know what?
Since they are such a good, an amazing organizer and volunteer for this event.
You know what? Sure.
Awesome.
And what I will say is, if we meet that $7,000 goal before we get into the Elite Four, I will change the Pokemon I'm riding to something else.
Ooh, a surprise.
Oh,
You can probably guess which one, Dijon, but don't say it.
oh yeah. I'll talk about Silphco. This is Silphco. It is being taken over by Team Rocket, and of course, the 10-year-old child is tasked with stopping them.
Are we still 10 in this game?
I mean, I assume so. It doesn't explicitly say, but like Ash was 10 in the anime, and they established you have to be 10. But there are also kids younger than 10 who have Pokemon, so it's whose line is it anyway? Everything's made up, and the points don't matter.
Well, no, the hit points very much do matter. We are trying to go fast.
Also, this is a bit unique of a fight because the two Pokemon, or that the two types on Exeggutor resist all of Starmie's moves. So we bring in the Dodrio to drill peck it. And then we will probably never use it again.
One job.
My special attack is kind of low.
Marathon luck.
Yep.
Psyduck.
Wow.
Psyduck's no longer going to be Psyduck. I'm a little sad.
Aye, aye.
This is one of those Pokemon evolutions that is just a strict downgrade.
There's a few of those, but yeah.
Golduck is cool, but Golduck does not have the pure charisma and relatability of Psyduck.
You know, legit. Anyway, hey, who likes bad fights? Like, the absolute worst fight in the game.
Yep.
I'm not. Can we? No. Why would you make yourself have to do this terrible fight?
I alluded to
required?
this. I alluded to this earlier.
Welcome, everyone, to Archer 2.
So,
John, take it away.
So remember how I said that when you do fights that have support controller, you have 2 Pokemon versus 1, and you control them with separate controllers. And the double fights with Jesse and James, you control 2 Pokemon against 2 Pokemon, both with 1 controller. Well, this is the one fight in the game where you do a double battle with someone else. And it is not optimized because of that. So, do you see how long it takes between you inputting your move and anything happening?
It also doesn't help that your rival is secretly bad at fighting Pokemon.
Yeah. The optimal is a 3-turn fight. But, that all depends on, Trace using moves and not getting flinched.
And also the not protecting turn one.
Yeah. Or getting, thunderbolting Starmie.
Like, there are a
The
lot of ways
Electrode.
this fight goes from a 3-turn fight to a 5-turn fight very quickly, and it's the worst.
Especially since every turn takes extra time because of that, like, lag between picking your move and the game actually doing anything. Like, look how long that was.
The game has to decide what the worst possible move is to use.
Like, I don't claim to know anything about how this game is, like, fully coded or anything, but my guess is that since this is the only battle like this, they didn't bother optimizing this and worked on other things because we all know how much Nintendo likes to put Game Freak under crunch.
Anyway, finished up. You can actually get into some really nasty situations there. Luckily, none of those happened. It was just kind of a mediocre fight more than anything else. And, you know, in a marathon, we 100% take that.
Yeah, sometimes you can get stuck in a loop at the beginning where Starmie keeps getting thunderbolted, so you have to keep healing it, and it just keeps happening until it decides to use something else.
And since you don't have control of the second Pokemon, you can't use the second Pokemon to apply healing while Starmie continues to fight.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
So you're
Yeah,
stuck
but it's
watching your
over.
rival. Yeah, we don't have to worry about our rival being bad Pokemon fights anymore.
In fact, our rival being bad at Pokemon fights is going to only be a benefit to us from now on.
Yeah. Maybe you should take up something else like farming or being a Pokemon professor.
Also, Trace calls Archer old man.
I mean, he's an adult. That you know, when you were like 11, right? You know, somebody who's 25 is old.
Oh no, that means we're all old.
Yeah, it's okay.
And I know,
I
we talked about that earlier, posture check and whatnot.
I like being old.
Ah,
Let me sit back up, then lean back in my chair so my butt's in the right place. Thank you, Scala.
No
Hydrate.
problem.
hydrate or
Yes.
nitrate.
Remember to take
Unfortunately,
your
I
med.
ran out of water.
Oh, you've got Starmie. There's plenty of water. Also, on all of the Jesse and James fights after their Pokemon evolve, you always go after Arbok first, because Arbok is the more dangerous of the two.
Bye, Jesse and James.
We'll miss
First
you.
off- Well, we technically will see them again.
Okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, now we roll up into the main room of Silphco. We're talking about the Master Ball.
Also, just in this cutscene, like, just looking at how casual the secretary is just in the corner. Like, this is fine.
It is worth noting that this is the one Master Ball that exists in the world. It is a prototype that has just been developed. We gain access to it, and we have to be secret about it. It's also on posters in Silphco.
Also, you can pick one up as one of the random daily respawning items in the Cerulean Cave. I've gotten a couple that way.
Amazing.
But also, yeah, the secretary's all nonchalant in the back, and Giovanni's like, I'm going to kill this 11-year-old kid.
And I'm
Sweet.
like, I'm going to spray water at your Pokemon until you stop.
It's hot water, though.
Wait, are we basically doing like the Pokemon equivalent of taking out like the spray bottle at you? I'm like, stop! Stop doing crime! Stop it! No! No!
Yeah, but the spray bottle is full of hot water.
Yeah, we left it out of the sun.
Well, hot water, check it and see.
I got a fever of 103.
That song must be really concerning to anyone outside of the US.
Oh, yes, yes.
I mean, 103 is concerning in the US, but
But oh, now I have to now you're making me have to calculate that in Celsius.
yeah, I'm not doing that.
It's
Also,
39.
after that fight, if you try to leave without talking to the president of Silphco to get the Master Ball, he, like, yells at you to come back and get the Master Ball.
But you have to talk
Yeah,
to him.
Yeah, you have to. He doesn't like initiate the cutscene. He's like, "Hey, don't leave," and
Yeah.
you walk halfway back into the room.
And it's just like, we don't need it for the run, but we have to get it because we can't leave without it. Also,
those situations.
Second to last Pokemon.
Yay, Lapras!
Can you guess what the last Pokemon is that we get?
Ooh.
Is it
it some-
Kangaskhan?
It's Pikachu.
It's Pikachu!
It's Clefairy! We can't actually finish that one, though.
But before we move too far on, Dijon, if you would like to translate that song for international audiences, it's like, I'm hot-blooded, check it and see, I got a fever of 39.3, and that would actually be the same amount, just translated into Celsius. There you go, there's your
And it-
incredibly,
And it still fits the rhyme and the
Yes.
meter.
Of course
It's
I'm going to
Porygon.
make sure it scans! Also, it's Porygon!
It's Porygon. Look away from it.
Porygon
Actually,
was
Porygon
punished for
did nothing
Pikachu's
wrong.
crimes.
Porygon did nothing wrong.
This is true, Porygon did nothing wrong. By the way, since we're in a bunch of menus, Leggy, I might have a message for you.
Uh-huh.
I received, sorry, Profness donated a series of $10 messages saying, wait, Pikachu, pets, only $10. That was 5 altogether.
Oh,
Propness knows how to get their money's worth. Let's go.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
when we finish doing the shopping. Yeah.
Also,
Taking
hi
those-
friend, you're great.
Hi! Also, we are 525 now away from 7,000.
And that is 5 Pika Pets.
5 Pika
Five?
Pets.
Well, since we're here, I'm just gonna go ahead and do the party menu, since I have to be in here anyway.
Goodbye, Lapras. Goodbye, Duck. Goodbye, Bird. Goodbye, other bird.
1. 2. 3. 4. And that's 5.
Pikachu's giggling is...
It's the happiest Pikachu. You did it.
You did it. You made Pikachu so happy. I mean, let's be real though. The person who basically has the best job in the world is Pikachu's voice actress.
I know, I would, like, I'm always saying that, like, Ikue Otani is, like, set for life just saying the same word over and over. Like, at this point, I wouldn't be surprised if they aren't just, like, reusing previous clips of her and just paying her.
Probably to some extent, but at the same time though, like, I know for this game, like, they definitely, like, recorded, like, a whole bunch of things.
Oh,
And
yeah.
It's like, she brought it.
Here's Sabrina's gym. It's a teleporter maze. Sabrina requires that you have a level 45 Pokemon before you come in here because, you know, her Pokemon are pretty strong.
Also, the teleporter pads in this game are very weird. If you step on them in a way it doesn't like, you will stop and then walk onto it. Like, your character will, like, automatically move and walk slowly onto it. Other times, you could just walk straight onto it and it doesn't stop you. It's weird, and, like, sometimes if you do it, like, you know, on the, like, diagonals, it works better. Sometimes if you do it on the sides, it works better.
The answer is, if your character model is walking directly at the center of the teleporter, it will not stop you. However, if you're even slightly off, it'll stop and adjust.
And even then, if you're, like, going straight at it, sometimes it just decides no.
Yep. So the big thing here is that this fight requires a very long setup because we need to be able to actually blast through these Pokemon. Then we have to deal with what Light Screen and Reflect here.
Yeah, luckily Light Screen was used turn 1, so it's the faster pattern.
Yeah.
The Light Screen
Honestly,
falls off after 5 turns. So.
Yeah. Reflect we don't have to care about because we're only using special attacks, but yeah,
We do get the
basically...
status lag from Mr. Mime being burned. Light Screen is off, and now we can just sweep.
Yeah. You time it so that it wears off on the turn that you KO it, so that...
Hey, Leggy.
Yeah?
Guess what I caught?
What?
Morsel.
Nice.
So, most of the time, Mr. Mime leads with the Light Screen, but sometimes it waits until, like, turn 2, and so you have to waste an extra turn.
There's also the Dream setup, where it does not use Light Screen at all.
Yeah. That's very rare, though.
Yeah.
There are some weird interactions of, moves that some opponent Pokemon have, like, in the Elite Four, Bruno's Hitmonlee has, I forget which attack it is, but it's a Dark type attack? Feint? Yeah. So it has a Dark type attack, but, like, 99.9% of the time, he will not use it. Even when you have Starmie as your lead, which is weak to it. And in a lot of Pokemon games, the AI tends to like calculate how much damage something will do, and will like go for the thing that does the most or that can guarantee a KO. But there's plenty of situations where it could easily use Feint and KO Starmie, but doesn't. So
Anyway, they had it Jesse and James.
Yay! Jesse and Cheese. Jesse be like, why can't we just trip over get rid quick scheme already? Mood.
Dig up underneath this rock. What did we find? Another rock.
somebody.
They found someone's gold teeth and they kind of like chucked it at us. And I have questions, but I don't want any answers.
Yeah. So
Don't worry.
because
If one of your questions is whose gold teeth are they, we'll get that answered.
so because they replaced the Safari Zone in this game with the Go Park to connect Pokemon to Go, they had to move the gold teeth. So they just kind of put them there. Also, Koga wearing fish under his outfit is
Like
a
ninjas
look.
do. Ninjas do that. I've watched anime.
Koga knows what he's about.
So, this guy is the one requirement in this gym. You can finagle around the invisible walls to not fight anyone else, which is good, both for time reasons, but also because this gym is very big on stall tactics. So, like, almost every Pokemon has, like, Protect, Toxic, and
Bob has minimize.
yeah.
So that one turn wasted. We count the
Yeah.
numbers of turns that Koga's gym wastes.
So,
turn don't count.
so
Unless we have
if you
Yule.
get hit with like Protect or like do an accuracy change or something, if that happens enough, because you lose a power point for your move each time, even if it doesn't connect. If you miss enough, you have to go to the Pokemon Center and heal up, because the only power point restoring item we have needs saved for the Elite Four.
Well, we have two of them. One of them you either use after Sabrina or after Koga. I personally always use it after Koga.
Oh, okay. So you didn't use it after Sabrina. Okay.
Correct.
But yeah. Koga talks all about, like, defensive strategies and stuff, but, you know, we've got Brain Laser, and Brain Laser just obliterates poison-type Pokemon.
Yeah.
As it turns out, you can out-aggro the control player.
Can you?
In
Koga
this
should
case...
Koga should be packing more verdicts then.
That's at least two.
I'm surprised you let me cast special attack. Here's the counter spell. Oh, there it is. Okay.
Oh. So I counted 3 protects from Koga.
Yep.
Well, I guess technically 4, but you used an item during one of them.
Yeah, so that one doesn't count. Well, there's 4.
Okay. There we go.
Why are you so terrible? Fight me, Koga. Fight me.
Hurdle.
Hold him down back. Got a block.
I respect it. I hate it, but I respect it.
I don't know how much I respect it. I guess I respect it.
Like, you gotta hit the toxic first.
Nasty toxic. Sorry, I have way too much Pokemon Stadium announcer in my brain.
So, they were this guy's teeth.
Oh, okay.
They were buried in the sand for some reason, and he just plops them back in his mouth without cleaning them or anything.
I assume he cleans them off camera. They just didn't put the animation for it.
I mean, doesn't the text box just say he just puts it in his mouth?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, fair.
This man teaches you how to push rocks, by the way.
Yeah, these are non-HM strength.
Yeah, push.
Yes, push. While you're in this menu, Lucky, I do have some messages for you.
Okay.
We received $100 from Echo Parallax, no message, but thank you so much. And Botchel Sauce donated $10 just to you.
Y'all are welcome.
Thank you.
And one more for the road.
A bonus pet.
No, you didn't miss menu. That was intentional.
It's an intentional bonus pet because chat has been really working very hard to get us to that $7,000 goal that milestone that we were working on for Metroid Planet.
So yeah, we're back in Viridian City. 7 bad in hand. And you know
Koga.
what that means.
Koga is our 7th gym because that gives us the most time to get the 50 Pokemon.
How many gym badges you got? 7? Heck yeah. But yeah, we gotta get this gym open because we really need our 8th gym badge so that we can really go fight the Elite Four. This is my grandson, Blue.
Also,
You
we're
do.
going to learn about Mega Ocean.
Yep. This Gen 7, they didn't get rid of Mega Evolution yet. Also,
you make your Pokemon suffer for your battles.
this game likes to dunk on Oak, and it's great.
Also,
Okay, yeah.
Charizard gets two Mega Evolutions because everybody loves Charizard best, I guess.
Yeah, the only Pokemon that have 2 Mega Evolutions are Charizard and Mewtwo. And
You know, both of which are Pokemon that definitely needed the help.
yeah,
Can I ask a very important question?
Mhm.
Is it why did they give Incineroar Helping Hand?
No.
Oh, what's the question then? I'm sorry.
Means to say it in such a sad way.
Trust me, that's how I feel too.
No, I was just gonna make jokes. I'm just here for jokes. Like, do we ever get to meet Blue's boyfriend Red in this game?
Not in this run.
not
okay.
in the run, but in the post game. Also,
Good.
in the post game, they put in green as well. The character cut from Gen 1 that you can see in like some promotional art that they actually used in the manual in the US game. But they
That's right. You can be the
re-implemented her.
Wait, can I be a girl?
You can be
You
a
can just be
girl. If you want to be a girl, you can be a girl. If you want to be a boy, you can be a boy. If you want to be neither or some, thing that some gender
Some
that you want to be-
combination thereof.
some combination thereof, or none of the above, you can just do it. The important thing is living authentically.
The gender combination Pizza Hut and Taco Bell.
Yes, exactly.
God, why do I want Pizza Hut so bad now?
I don't know where I am on the Pizza Hut Taco Bell binary.
Oh, that's
I mean, you can always choose the non-binary option of KFC.
Oh god, no, I would never eat Pizza Hut. Actually, no, I am like Team Taco Bell. Let's be real for a minute here.
The nearest Taco Bell to me is a Taco Bell KFC.
The nearest Taco Bell to me is in walking distance,
But it's closed right now.
sadly.
I'm surprised it's
At
closed
this-
this early.
At this time of night? It's
in a
just because
mall.
it's Sunday?
Oh, it's in a.
okay.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
Anyway, Dijon, have you seen the 2-controller Giovanni strat?
I think I saw it, when I did comms for your Lady Arcaders run.
Yeah. This is another strat that got developed during the tournament. And it's actually really sick. Because, one, it doesn't lose that much time. Two, it basically means that Giovanni can't just end your whole career out of nowhere. I don't even need a safety save.
I like his bowl of
I-
fruit.
I guess
Very
I
healthy.
got lucky, because I don't think I've ever lost a run to Giovanni unless I, like, mismenued.
If Doug Trio crits you,
Okay, yeah. I mean,
there is...
all the late game battles, if something crits, your run is over. Ask me how I know. Cough Elite 4, cough.
So, fun fact. There are now strats that avoid that entirely.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. You no longer need to safety save during this run. Unless you try for risky strats at that point, you know.
Man.
At that point, you know, you're just digging your own grave.
The single controller rival battle on the way to Victory Road.
God no. Not a
Ugh. I think I attempted it once and never again.
But yeah, that is 2-controller Giovanni. You don't have to, like, set up and heal and, like, try and survive and not get crit through your X defend. He just presses Earthquake, and since it's attacking more than one target, its power gets reduced a little bit because of internal Pokemon mechanics. And life's just good. Of course, we do need to take this moment to heal real quick.
I'm like, did he just give up crime? But I don't think so, because doesn't Team Rocket come back later on?
So
They have like a side plot in Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon with Giovanni, but like Team Rocket comes back in Gen 2, but Giovanni is not part of it. They're actually like looking for him.
yeah, the whole arc there is our leader has gone AWOL. We need to find him. We are going to, you know, hijack the radio tower in Johto to spam every single radio station trying to find him.
Yeah, then, but yeah, Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon adds, the, Team Rainbow Rocket, which Giovanni is the leader of. I don't know all the specifics of it, because I never finished that game, but...
You're not all of them for coming out.
Right? Anyway, this rival fight is very straightforward if you do it 2-controller. It is very terrifying if you do it 1-controller because Pidgeot, excuse me, still knows Sand Attack at this point.
Yeah, like, to even attempt the single controller strat, Starmie has to have, like, near perfect speed.
Yeah. It's ridiculous. Installed here. If we have speed, so that we make sure we outspeed the rest of the team.
Also, this rival fight is one of the small handful of fights in the game where the trainer will, like, change the order of the Pokemon that they're sending out from, like, the default order. Either based on what you're doing, or just based on the computer frickin' felt like it.
Yeah. In theory, it's supposed to be basically them trying to send out good counters to your Pokemon. In practice, it's a little up in the air.
I mean, this is the same guy that takes, like, an extra 5 seconds to think of what move to use against Archer.
Anyway. Now we get to go through the Victory Road badge checking. So, Scala, if you have anything you want to share with us, now is the perfect time.
Let's see. Most important thing I have to share with y'all is, hey, this is Winter Pride 2023. We have been spending this weekend raising money for Point of Pride. They're our current charity of choice. Point of Pride is a trans-led 501c3 nonprofit organization. They help provide access to gender-affirming health and wellness services, and they try to make sure that the vast majority of their recipients of those services are trans youth, folks living with disabilities and chronic illness, and folks living in rural and or unaffirming regions. So every time that you donate, your support ensures that they can receive the affirming care that they need. Also, one thing I really do want to emphasize to people is that, you know, and one of the reasons why I really sort of sought them out as a suggestion for our charity of choice is that, you know, to our audience, you know, you might be someone who would, you know, very well require one of their services or grants. And I want to let you all know you can apply to one of Point of Pride's grants or garment programs. Or you can get involved as a donor and volunteer outside of this event, or just learn more about them at pointofpride.org. So they tend to do things in cycles. They just wrapped up the funding, the application cycle for their gender-affirming surgery fund, and they just awarded out their grants for HRT access. So it's a really good way to find out a little bit more, maybe see if they're able to help you, and see if maybe you're able to help outside of the marathon. For example, you can purchase and donate binders and shapewear that they can then pass along to someone in need. And even if you don't have a lot to spend, they also have this wonderful card writing program where you can write cards to the people who receive their services. Just do something small that will mean a lot to someone down the road. And we're trying very hard to reach $7,000 by the time we are at our finale run of Metroid Planets. If we do that, then we will increase the the fun by adding Hazard and Hell runs to those seeds. So we're really close now. We are at $6,585, so we're 415 away from meeting that milestone. Chat, I believe in you all. You got a few more runs to do it, and I think we all can make it there.
So, the fight that Leggy just did is another one of those that you can save a slight amount of time by doing it one controller, but it sucks, and you shouldn't. You should use the second controller.
Yeah, if you're going for, like, a world record, doing the one controller strat there is what you go for, but for marathons, you never want to do that. Also, I've never messed up that block puzzle before, so that's never happened before.
Oh
So
god,
I've-
do we all have to take a drink?
So I've messed them up before, but because I'm standing like too close to the edge of the side I want to push, and so it like thinks I want to push it a different way.
Yeah, no, my brain just did a blip, and I forgot that you had to push it the one way first.
I mean, if that's the worst thing that happens to you in this run, consider yourself lucky.
I mean, we already had the worst thing that happened to me in this run. That was the optional we had.
Yep. And you kicked its butt.
You did. We all saw
I
it.
did survive.
As long as you know how to love, you know you'll be alive.
Can I also just give a shout out to Nelson's hair? I really like it.
Right?
As someone else who has an asymmetrical haircut, like I'm appreciating the whole vibe going on there.
Must go through a lot of hair gel.
See, I still haven't quite figured out how much I feel like my thoughts on hair gel. I just kind of let it do whatever most days, but I'm at the point where the short side needs to get trimmed up again because it's getting awkward.
You can get a free heal here.
Yep. At least I won't mess up this block puzzle because it is burned into my brain at this point. And so we're coming up on the final trainer skip of the run.
Also, if you go down that ladder, that's where you can find Moltres. So if this was Diploma, I'd be going down there.
Or, you know, a
Oh,
AOP.
hang on.
Yes? Woo! I saw the text
Oh!
and my heart
Oh
stopped.
no! Oh my! Yeah, that.
The game
So that-
decided to give you the wiggles there, huh?
So that's
Yeah.
a very tight skip. You have to like ride along the little kind of barrier there, and like squeeze through this very small like pocket to get around that trainer, who would otherwise be required.
Yeah. And, like,
hit-
there are strats for, if you miss that skip. It is 100% routed in. But it
Yeah,
is icy.
I mean, it's very doable, even one controller. It just, A, takes time, and B, unless something got changed with the backup route for that, you have to go back and get healed by Officer Jenny again.
So what you do there is you just carry on through, and either you skip some psychics on a few Pokemon, because you use them on the optional fight, or you just heal in the Elite Four center.
Okay, so that has changed then.
Yeah, it is just easier to keep going forward, because you still have enough power points to get out of Victory Road. So just healing at the Pokemon Center is the easiest way to do that. No reason to backtrack.
Yeah, even though this game came out back in, like, what, 2017? 2018? There's... The route just keeps changing.
Yeah. And, like, people are theorizing that you might be able to skip some of the badge checks if you do, like, some ridiculous movement.
Yeah, that's been theorized since the beginning. This trainer, this is the one where it was accidentally discovered that you can do the ride skips, because so when you get close enough to a wall, like that. Your Pokemon, if you're riding on a Pokemon, it goes away because of just space. When you move past that and it gets to a point where the ride Pokemon spawns back in, there seems to be like a handful of like frames or something that even though you're moving, because your hitbox is changing, you don't exist, so they don't see you. But it's an incredibly tight window.
In fact,
It took people a while to, like, be able to reliably reproduce it, and I'd put reliably in the biggest of air quotes.
yeah, people, in order to reproduce it, people have used, actually, octagonally gated Joy-Con gels
Yeah.
to make sure that they are 100% hitting the cardinal directions.
Yeah, because the stock Joy-Cons,
Or circle.
yeah. But if you think back to, like, a GameCube controller or something, the GameCube controller had that, didn't it?
It did, in fact, have that, but it was actually on the outside. Oftentimes, when you get a modified Joy-Con, the gate is actually on the inside, much like an arcade stick.
Gotcha, yeah. So, yeah, that helps to make sure you're going, like, perfectly, like, 90 degree or whatever degree, you know.
Hey, Leggy.
Yeah?
I didn't quite catch you in the menu, but there was another $10 donation.
Let's hear it.
They did not leave a message, but I'm going to assume that they just wanted some Pokemon pets. Ooh, Pikachu pet. Yeah. Yes. Oh. Thank you, Pikachu. Looking so cute and proud.
But yes, there are 3 primary types of gates that come in controllers. There are square gates, which allow you to hit the corners very cleanly, which is good for fighting games. You've got octal gates, which are 8-way, which are good for feeling both, you know, up, down, left, right, and the diagonals. And then there are circle gates, which you find in American arcades, which are cursed as heck. And then there are hex gates, and if you have one of those, may God have mercy upon your soul.
And then you got hitboxes, which are
Yeah, then
none of the above.
leverless. Then they're leverless. But yeah, now we're at Lorelei. So we're into the Elite Four now. The home stretch starts here. Starmie versus the world.
Oh, also, do remember to stretch, posture check, all that good stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, don't forget to scoot forward in your seat, because you're only going to need the edge.
And if you've been glued to the run, and you like are putting off your bio breaks, make sure you put the Let's Go P and Let's Go Pikachu.
Dijon!
No!
Dijon, please.
Also, you were talking earlier about the strict downgrade it is between Psyduck and Golduck. This also applies to Lorelei taking off her glasses.
She's got them on right now, at least.
Does she have them on? It's hard to tell,
Yeah.
like when you're all zoomed out
She's
like
got-
this.
Yeah, she's got
Okay.
thin frames.
Okay, good. Okay, good. I mean, I'm not allowed to really have opinions on this because I'm biased and I think everyone looks better in, you know, in
I
glasses.
don't need to see my Pokemon to win.
And wear a blindfold! If that's what you're going for!
That actually would be kind of cool, though.
Believe
Yeah,
in the
no.
heart of the cards.
She is wearing glasses the entire time.
Okay, good. Good, as she should.
Anyway, here's Bruno.
That's not Wonderwall.
And I thought we weren't allowed to talk about him.
Oh, we're not.
Today is gonna be the day where we're gonna set up one big special attack and sweep.
And then we're just gonna brain his Pokemon with brain lasers because they're all fighting today.
Today is gonna be the day we're gonna seismic toss it back to you.
Look,
I
don't
tried.
believe that
They can't all be winners.
But yeah, Bruno's Pokemon have garbage special defense, and so when they get
Okay,
brain-
so that animation right there that Starmie did, that is the turnaround we mentioned way long ago that comes from having high enough affection and hitting a super effective attack. It loses 2 seconds every time you see it, but the way you get around it is very inconsistent, so we just kind of suck it up.
Yeah,
Barbie
people
wants you
have
to be proud.
people have been trying for a while to do things like letting Starmie get KO'd or doing other things to avoid getting affection or losing affection, and just nothing's been consistent.
Yeah,
It all
the only
it all
consistent way-
loses more time than the turnarounds do.
Yep. The only way to really route around the turnarounds is to use Hydro Pump on Agatha's Pokemon, and Hydro Pump has an 80% chance to hit.
Yeah, the
I'm
heck
sorry.
with that. That's inconsistent as all get out.
Watching Starmie continually turn back and look for affirmation from you.
Starmie, you're in a fight. Turn back around.
No, Starmie wants to be told that they're a good Pokemon.
Alright,
That's
we'll
That's
take
the
you to
hip
Erica's
hop.
gym later, and the gym guard can tell you you're cute. But right now, I need you to fight.
Also, that was the Hitmonlee that has Feint, but almost never uses it, even in
There
a
was
situation
a-
where it could win.
There was a bounty during the tournament for anyone who managed to proc Hitmonlee to use Feint. It remained
Wow.
uncollected.
It's just one of those weird AI things.
So this is Agatha. You show up, and she's like, "Professor Oak is washed. Fight me."
And we're like, okay.
To tell you, this game loves dunking on Professor Oak.
So we are paralyzed.
Yep. Arbok will almost always use Glare turn 1.
Still fully paralyzed, so we got full restore that we picked up. People have tried to skip this, but
Yeah.
in situations like that,
You want it real bad after paralyze and then crunch.
Yeah.
Also, Starmie is excited and so turns to you yet again because you used a healing item this time.
Yep.
Also,
I'm surprised.
Good.
Sorry. I was gonna say, I'm surprised we didn't see any of that from Pikachu with all the pets.
right?
Because,
Pikachu-
even.
Well, you weren't hitting super effective most of the time with Pika.
Oh, true. I was gonna say, even with Eevee, by the end, it starts to do that in the normal route.
Also, just as a note, Starmie is one of the Pokemon that does not have gender because Starmie is a starfish, so non-binary icon.
Truly.
But like a pile of rocks has a gender.
Yes.
It. I still love the fact that Nintendo backed themselves into a corner when they translated Gen 1, because Mr. Mime's Japanese name is Barriered, which has no gender in it, but they named it Mr. Mime, despite some people in the company saying, wait, but what if gender happens? And they ignored that, named it Mr. Mime, and then gender happened. So female Mr. Mime has existed for decades. And then they did it again with Mr. Rhyme.
Transgender icon, girl Mr. Mime.
You can have a trans Azurill in some generations, or trans Meryl, because Azurill has had a different male to female ratio for some reason, and so you could evolve one into Meryl, and its gender would change.
Heck yeah.
Love that.
I mean,
Here's
Jin-
Lance.
There you go.
He's got a cape and a propensity for critting your Pokemon at absolutely the worst times.
Yep.
So we're going to completely ignore his propensity to crit. Now that we've set up an X speed, we're faster, so we can just start inflicting violence.
But we're going to send out the second trainer so he can use the second trainer to heal because it's more consistent that way.
Yep, we're using the second trainer to set up.
To heal.
Because normally you would set up an X special defense there, and then try and set up all your X special attacks and your X speed, and you have to heal partway through.
No, we're just braining.
Yeah.
We're just braining these Pokemon as fast as possible using X specials
Yeah.
attacks now.
I lost so many EV runs to the old single controller strats because Dragonite comes out with the steel crit.
Because Dragonite just suplexes Starmie into the ground and then the run ends.
Yep. It is what the kids call the worst.
What's the opposite of Poggers? Whatever that is.
Anyway, now our Starmie is fully set up. We're going to use our next turn with a Rapidash to heal. We're going to avoid using a super effective attack so that we don't see a turnaround.
Saving 2 seconds.
Turn around.
Every now and then I get a little bit. The thing you see, I have the same thing that Dijon has, where I have to follow up the song. My brain demands it.
It's called Echolalia.
Yes, I know.
So, you know how Dijon was talking about Dragonite coming out with the steel chair? Starmie lived on 2 HP.
Heck
And
yeah!
then, Rapidash came in to clean up.
Your Starmie, by the way, your Starmie had just leveled up and gained 2 maximum hit points and 1 defense.
Incredible.
Wow. Dunk on Oak.
Yep.
But another thing
Anyway,
that
you
the
need to heal
affection,
here real quick.
another thing the affection can do is basically act like a focus band or focus sash and live on 1 HP.
You know what? We're gonna play it super safe.
You got more than
Because
enough
that-
consumables.
Yeah. That crit terrified me a little. So,
Also, when you're done, Stell, just check the group chat.
I saw.
Just making sure.
Mhm.
I like that you made sure to re-up your repel.
Yeah.
Get out of the menu as fast as you can. Sometimes that involves just mashing yes.
Yep. So, the strat here varies depending on how turn 1 goes.
This Pidgeot, it haunts my dreams.
Yep. We're gonna try and dunk on it.
You can do it.
Alright. We are setting up. We have to sit through here.
This is literally the only time in the run you see a Mega Evolution.
Okay. Neither Pokemon was crit, and we're Rapidash crit and live. We are in the normal route. We aren't doing anything spicy.
Here's another one where the old route was one controller. And it's
And now we're back
great.
to one controller land.
It's great if you can, not get crit by Pidgeot. Like, so many of the fight strats just, like, basically, like, the one thing that can stop you was an unfortunate crit, which happened a lot. And
But
so the
now-
strat to get around that was, I don't just use the second controller.
Yep.
Yeah, like, what is it, a 1 in 24 chance to crit? It's basically, basically 4%, but you only
mean,
hit
at
that 4% once in, like, so many tries across these fights.
I mean, in my experience, it feels like way more than 4%. But at least it's not like Gen 1 where crits just decide to do whatever they want sometimes.
Alright. And the run is done outside of map.
Yep, we just now need to
So
go
time
get
is coming up very soon. But yeah, we got the optimal rival fight.
Nice.
Because Rapidash dying after that first turn of setup is perfect. Because part of the AI thing is Vileplume will always go for Solar Beam, so you're free to set up for that turn there, and we just sweep through the rest. So time will come up once we go through the Hall of Fame recording. There will be a fade to black, and that's when time is. And I will be sure to call it. So congratulations, champion. You have to look at both of our Pokemon.
Get to run through the void.
the void.
After now, time.
GG! Woo!
GG!
What was my time anyway?
Your time was 3 hours, 22 minutes, 52 seconds.
That's not bad.
Not bad, especially with
Like-
some of the the optionals I took and some of the safety I did. Like that's a good time.
Yeah, you got real good luck on the catches, like
Yeah.
like both the spawns and 0 breakouts.
Right.
Like, I'm amazed at that. Like, I don't think I've ever gone breakoutless.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just want to make a quick shout out to, first and foremost, my wonderful couch, Dijon Ketchup and Demarine. You two are amazing and wonderful parts of my life. I appreciate everything you do.
Meh.
Shout out to Scala, who is a wonderful friendo, a wonderful host, and a just all-around wonderful person.
Aw, thank you.
I want to make a shout out to my 3 partners who are not here in this voice call right now. My wonderful fiance, Nix ZV, Natara, and Soko Sonex. And you all are wonderful, and I love you all. I love all of you lots. Shout out to the Pokemon Let's Go speedrun community, who were kind enough to let me hang out during the tournament and help out with tech and commentary and stuff. And who have, done an incredible amount of work on this game and this run. This game is amazing, y'all. If you're looking for a fun Pokemon speed game, highly recommend checking this one out.
And Leggy, where can we find you outside of this event?
You can find me over on twitch.tv/leggystarscream. I speedrun RPGs and other games that have too much RNG in them. I've been working on learning the Golden Sun run recently. I speedrun Final Fantasy 1, and I need to go and take the world record back at Super Lesbian Animal RPG.
Slarp.
Well, that was a wonderful run of Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu. Chat, you all were also amazing, donating for all of those pets and so many other things, getting us so close to that 7K that we need for the upgrade to Metroid Planets, our finale run that I'm sure you're all extremely excited for. But before that, we got some more runs. Coming up next, we are going to have a 100% out of bounds race for Pseudo Regalia with Killing Pepsi and Jaxler. I think it's going to be a fabulous time. Are we going to see the very last little bit here at the end, though?
Oh yeah.
You gotta. Since chat gave so much for Pikachu.
Pika?
Well, thank you all so much. Just hang tight for just a little bit. We're going to be working on getting that race set up, but do not go away unless you need to do, that good stretch, that good drink break. So thank you all so much. We'll be right back. All right, my friends. It has come time for me to take my little bow out here at Winter Pride 2023. I've had an absolutely fabulous time, both here on the host mic as well as running a game and doing lots of tech and volunteering in the background. Chat, you all have been absolutely amazing with your generosity this weekend. Please keep putting that good energy, those good vibes forward as we continue to raise money for Point of Pride and help to fund their very important mission supporting trans folks with direct aid all around the world. I'm going to leave you in the very capable hands of Barakiel for our pseudo regalia run coming up next. So please stick around.